following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Kicks and finds Johnson for two.
Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome to TGF High School. We're in Glendon, Minnesota for this 8-2A championship matchup between the Barnesville Trojans and the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Your Barnesville Senex pregame show starts in 30 seconds here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Be right back.
Barnesville Senex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Senex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Senex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Senex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Senex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Service C-stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Are you looking to buy or sell your home? Maybe you need a summer getaway. Contact Josh Weedcheck, your local hometown licensed real estate agent with Priority Real Estate in Barnesville. Josh will assist you in finding a new home for you and your family. Whether it's a pre-existing home or a lot available to build your own dream home, call or text Josh today, 218-790-2477. Priority Real Estate, wishing the Trojans the best of luck in today's game. Welcome back. It's the 8-2A championship game between the Barnesville Trojans and the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Let's dig into your Barnesville Senex pregame show. Before we officially dig into the description of the two teams here, we've seen these two teams play once before, but that was in volleyball timeline a forever ago. That was the second game of the season, and that second game of the season has very little influence on what the potential outcome of this game could be here between the Trojans and the Green Wave. Last time the two teams met, the Trojans defeated the Green Wave 3-1. I want to thank all of our sponsors, including our pregame sponsor, Barnesville Senex, And in no particular order here, Dean's Bulk Service, The Pitchfork, Willow Creek Insurance, Purple Goose, Midwest Bank, Priority Real Estate Agent Josh Weechek, the Barnesville Booster Club, Ratzell's Pool Hall, Barnesville Internet, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, Ball Green Construction, and KLN Family Brands for bringing you tonight's broadcast. And your scoreboard brought to you by our friends at Ratzell's Pool Hall. And for everybody who was watching from Ratzell's Pool Hall, whether you watched last night's football game, which was an absolute domination by the Barnesville Trojans over the Crookston Pirates, and now you're rejoining us from Ratzell's Pool Hall tonight for the Trojans and the Green Wave. We thank you for tuning in. And if you didn't watch it there last night, we thank you for going there tonight. And make sure you tip your servers an extra $2 tonight. Normally I say $1, but it's championship night, so make sure you give your servers some championship tips at Ratzell's Pool Hall. I certainly appreciate that. They deserve it. I've been there hundreds of times, and I've never had negative service there. They absolutely deserve those tips that I'm encouraging you to give them. So enough about that. Now let's dig into the pregame matchup here for these two teams. Once again, the Barnesville Trojans 19-9 on the season, and the East Grand Forks Green Wave 17-12 on the season. The Green Wave, number 3 ranked out of the 8-2A North section, got here with Class 2A section playoff wins, a 3-0 sweep, 3-0 sweep, and a 3-0 sweep over Monaga, Thief River Falls, and Roseau. As I mentioned a moment ago, the Green Wave fell to the Trojans 3-1. Don't expect a 3-0 sweep from East Grand Forks tonight. I'm not saying this one's going to go 5, but I'm pretty confident this one's not ending in 3 for either team. I don't think either team is going to sweep the other team here tonight. This one is definitely going to have 4 sets, maybe 5. We'll see. But like I said, the East Grand Forks Green Wave, ranked number 3 out of 8-2A North. They are 17-12 overall, 7-8 in the 8AA section. They are 2-5 when playing on the road. They are 9-3 when playing on a neutral court, and this would be considered a neutral court in tonight's matchup. They finished the regular season with a home record of 6-4. They come into this matchup with a 4-game winning streak, 3-0 sweeps over Monaga, Thief River Falls, and Roseau in the playoffs, and then the final regular season game was a home game against the Park Rapids area Panthers, where they would defeat the Panthers 3-1. They have never lost more than 3 in a row, and that only happened one time this season, from September 17th, 19th, and the 22nd, when they would fall to Lake of the Woods, Thief River Falls, and the Roseau Rams. Other than that one, they have all their other losses. They have never lost more than 1 in a row this season. And like I said, if we go all the way back to September 1st, which was the East Grand Forks Green Wave's second game of the season, they would fall 3-1. But they've had some roster changes since September 1st, and they have been playing some pretty healthy volleyball here coming into tonight's matchup. They have won, in their last 10 matches, they've won 6 of their last 10. And they have played 91 sets this season. They've won 52 of those 91 sets. Some of the names that you're going to hear a lot of this evening include Addison Kiava. She leads the team in kills, blocks, and averages 3 kills per set. She has 274 kills this year, 77 blocks. She averages 3 kills per set. You can also take a look at Claire Beck, especially when she steps up to the service line. She's second on the team with 33 aces, but more impressive than that is she prevents the opposition from scoring a lot of points. On 459 occasions this season, she has dug out what could have been a potential point for an opponent. And she averages about 5 digs per set. And that 459 digs for Claire Beck leads the team for East Grand Forks. Well, you got Maya Garrett, who leads the team in aces, but not by much. I've just mentioned that Claire Beck had 33. Maya Garrett only has 34 aces. Only. I say that not how I intended to say that, but she leads the team in aces with 34, but Claire Beck's right behind her with 33, so it's a slim marginal lead. She's also second on the team, Maya Garrett is, with 55 assists. Another couple names that you'll probably see from the outside or middle of the net tonight, Michaela Fitzpatrick and Ellie Marcotte. Fitzpatrick, second in the team in kills with 179. Marcotte only a couple behind her in third with 176. Both of them averaging 2 kills per set. And then you got Tatum Spokley, who sets up Fitzpatrick and Marcotte and a handful of others this season, including Addison Quiava. Tatum Spokley is dominant when it comes to assists. She has 671 of them this year. And I mentioned earlier that Maya Garrett had 34 aces and Claire Beck had 33 aces. Well, in addition to the 671 assists for Tatum Spokley, she also has served it up 32 times, returned free in the ace column. And so your first, second, and third place teammates for East Grand Forks are all separated by an ace apiece. So Tatum Spokley in third with 32 aces. Maya Garrett in first with 34 aces, and Claire Beck snuck right in the middle there with 33 aces. So it's 1 ace apart. If Tatum Spokley gets up to the service line and has a couple of good serves, she could easily take over that number 1 spot in one trip to the service line. And then on the next trip to the service line, one of her other 2 teammates could take back the number 1 spot. So once again, Addison Quiava, Claire Beck, Maya Garrett, Michaela Fitzpatrick, Ellie Marcotte, and Tatum Spokley are the names that you're probably going to hear the most tonight here when we talk about the East Grand Forks Green Wave. They started the season with a sweep over Warren Alvarado Oslo, 3-0, 3-1 loss to Barnesville that we mentioned a little bit ago, 3-2 win over Norman County East Ulen hit it all, and a 3-2 loss to Kitson County Central. They go to the Ada Borup West tournament and pick up 2 wins over Red Lakes Falls and Climax Fisher by the scores of 2-1, but then lose 2-0 to the DGF Rebels and Thief River Falls Prowlers. Coming out of the Ada Borup West tournament, they would have a home game at East Grand Forks against Red Lake County Central and win that one in a sweep 3-0. They would go to the Holly tournament and split 2-2, losing their first one against Holly 2-0, winning the next 2-0 over Wheaton Herman Norcross and the Hancock Gulls, and then dropping the final game of that Holly tournament to the Lake of the Woods 2-0. They would come out of that tournament and have back-to-back home games. They would both go to 5 sets, and they would drop them both against Thief River Falls and Roseau 3-2. And then they would go to the Crookston tournament, and they would take the championship in that Crookston tournament. And it was that Crookston tournament where their season kind of turned around. They made some adjustments on the roster, probably a couple games before that. But when they hit that Crookston tournament, that's when their season started to go uphill. 2-0 wins over Warroad, 2-1 win over Stephen Argyle, 2-0 win over Bagley, a 2-1 win over Climax Fisher. And then a sweep to Detroit Lakes, and you can't blame them for being swept by the Lakers because they're a phenomenal volleyball team, and they're not even in the section. They're in 3A. But they would bounce off that loss and get a sweep of their own over Warroad, and then fall 3-1 to the Holly Nuggets, win a 3-0 over Crookston, and then fall 3-1 to DGF, 3-0 to Sacred Heart. And then they would bounce off those back-to-back losses with a 3-1 win over Park Rapids Area Panthers to wrap up the regular season. And as I mentioned, they haven't lost a set yet here in the 2A section tournament. 3-0 sweeps over Monaga, Thief River Falls, and Roseau. However, if you were to flip-flop Barnesville and East Grand Forks from south to north, it's very possible that Barnesville would have also gotten 3-0 sweeps over Monaga, Thief River Falls, and Roseau. So don't let those 3-0 sweeps fool you, and that's one thing East Grand Forks is going to have to keep in mind is, yes, they haven't lost a set. Their confidence is high, but they haven't quite played a team like Barnesville in their previous 3 tournament opponents. But they did play Barnesville earlier this year, but you can say the same thing for both Barnesville and East Grand Forks. Forget about that game. It means very little as far as what to expect in this upcoming game here. And a trip to the state tournament is on the line back on September 1st. It was just a win or a loss that was on the line. This one means a little bit more to both teams, and that's why I say there's going to be no sweep tonight. At least that would be my prediction. It's going to go 4 sets if it doesn't go 5. For the Barnesville Trojans, 19-9 on the season, 10-2 in section, 4-2 in conference. They are 4-2 when playing on the road and 6-3 on a neutral court. And tonight is another neutral court matchup for the Barnesville Trojans, who are ranked 1 out of 8 2A South. They finished the home portion of their schedule with an overall record of 9-4. They come into this one winning 7 in a row and 9-1 in their last 10. They have only lost they've never lost more than 2 in a row, and that happened on 3 occasions this season. Early in the season, on September 8th and 13th, they would drop 3-2 to Hawley and 3-0 to Wadena Deer Creek. The Hawley game was a road game. Wadena Deer Creek was a home game. And Wadena Deer Creek, once again, don't blame the Trojans for losing that one. Wadena Deer Creek has been absolutely phenomenal this season. And then they would pick up a confidence booster in 5 sets at home over the Perham Yellow Jackets back on September 15th. And it was that matchup that kind of picked up the Barnesville Trojans, because going into that matchup with Perham, they only had 1 win in 4 games. They were 1-3 going into that 5-setter with the Perham Yellow Jackets. And then they would come out of that, go to the Hawley tournament, lose the first 2 to another really good Detroit Lakes team, and then Lake of the Woods is really good too, and they actually won a set against Lake of the Woods, falling 2-1 in that one. And then they would pick up 2 wins to take 3rd place in that Hawley tournament with 2-0 sweeps over Thief River Falls and Wheaton Herman Norcross. Out of the Hawley tournament, they would have a home game against the Underwood Rockets. Win that one 3-1 and a 3-0 sweep right here in this gym over the DGF Rebels back on September 22nd. They would come off that, lose 2 in a row. Henning 3-0 and Breckenridge 3-1. Once again, 2 really good teams out of the 6A conference, and Henning sweat Breckenridge. And Breckenridge can't even beat Henning. And I think Breckenridge and Barnesville, I know this, they split their 2 meetings this year. So so we're Battle Lake, Monago, Winnemac, and Breckenridge. Maybe put an asterisk by that Breckenridge matchup, as Abby Johnson was injured and did not play in that game. I'm not saying that if she would have played, that Barnesville wouldn't have won, but it probably would have been a little bit more difficult. Let's put it that way. Coming out of the Barnesville tournament, they would fall in the rematch on the road at Perham, where the Yellow Jackets would sweep the Trojans 3-0. But then they would bounce back with a 3 wins and 4 in the Perham tournament, which was bracket style this year. 2-0 over Staples, Motley, and Sabika. They would lose 2-0 to Henning, and Henning's the only team that they've played twice and lost to both times. Every other team that they've played twice in the season, they've either beat them both times or they split 1-1. More on that in a second here. So after that loss to Perham and the 2 wins over Staples, Motley, and Sabika, then they would lose to Henning, as I just mentioned, and then they would take 3rd in that Perham tournament with a 2-0 win over the Underwood Rockets. Out of that Perham tournament, they would win 4 in a row to wrap up the regular season, 3-0 sweeps over Park Rapids area, Pelican Rapids, and Frazee, and then they would go on a definite true road trip. Not that any of the other road games are not true road trips, but this one is a true road trip up to Pine River Bacchus, and they would take it from Pine River Bacchus 3-1 and get the victory. That'd bring them into the 2A section tournament. They'd get the first round bye, pick up a 3-1 win at home against Dilworth Glendon Felton, and that 3-1 win, put an asterisk by it, because that could have easily been a 5-set match had DGF just not made 1 or 2 less mental errors in that matchup. And but DGF really cranked it up towards the end of the season, and they were playing some really good volleyball, and they almost forced set 5 against Barnesville in that first matchup of the Class 2A sections for Barnesville. So they would come off that, they would go to Pelican Rapids, take on Hawley, the team that defeated them the previous year in a 5-set match where Hawley just absolutely dominated in set 5. And then they come back this year and win it 3-1 over Hawley, 26-24 in that first set. I think I don't have the set scores in front of me. I believe it was 25-20 in the second set. But then Hawley won the third set, and Barnesville came back and absolutely turned the tables on Hawley. Hawley dominated set 5 the previous year. Barnesville dominated set 4 this year. And because of that dominant set 4, they now are playing here at DGF High School tonight against the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Still have about 15 minutes before this thing gets started. Let's take another break as we continue with your Barnesville Senex pregame show right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office, and the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
Ratzel's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzel's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzel's Pool Hall on Facebook. Give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzel's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzel's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Not all internet companies are created equal. Barnesville's symmetrical system means you can upload data at the same speed you can download, something few companies even offer. This is incredibly important. From connecting with grandkids on Zoom to sharing pictures on Instagram, cutting-edge business, working from home, or the kids uploading their homework. Really fast speeds, great customer service. With Barnesville Internet, we've got you covered, and the future is here today.
Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart pharmacy and Hardware Hank store in Barnesville. Open weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays until noon. Stop in at 117 Front Street to select your next grill or smoker. Choose from a wide variety including Pit Boss, Weber, Traeger, and Blackstone. Let one of Barnesville Drug and Hardware's friendly team members help you pick the grill or smoker that's just right for you. Search Barnesville Drug and Hardware on Facebook and give them a like and follow. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and this season.
Newell will set it up near side. Lexi Ballgreen tipped, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That pulls the Barnesville Trojans within a point. They get the serve back. Inquest works out of the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the neck of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
The ball is intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
The domestic dog, a relative of the wild wolf, now a gentle, loyal member of your family. And through the good times and the more challenging, we love them no matter what. That's why we feed them the best. Nutrisource is the kind of clean, premium food you'd feed a loyal pet who would follow you to the ends of the earth, even when you don't want them to. Don't just feed your pet, nourish their whole body. Nutrisource, where pet health begins.
All right, it's a great atmosphere here tonight at DGF High School as we get ready for this 8-2A championship match between the East Grand Forks Green Wave, ranked number 3 out of 8-2A North, and the Barnesville Trojans, ranked number 1 out of 8-2A South. And it should be a good matchup, as I mentioned earlier. If you're just tuning into the Barnesville Senex pregame show, these two teams met back on September 1st, and Barnesville won it 3-1. But don't let that one fool you. That was, like I said earlier, in volleyball terms, that was like an infinity ago. And Barnesville's won 9 of their last 10, and East Grand Forks has won 6 of their last 10. And they come into this matchup winning 4 in a row, while Barnesville comes into this matchup winning 7 in a row. So, like I said, I don't expect either team to sweep the other team. I think this is definitely going 4 sets. We will see if it goes 5. I think the biggest question mark is if it goes 5. Will it be a 3-1 win for Barnesville? Will it be a 3-1 win for East Grand Forks? If I had to flip a coin 10 times, I think maybe 6 times it would land in favor of Barnesville and 4 times it would land in favor of East Grand Forks. And I don't say that with any disrespect towards the team that only got the coin in their favor 4 times. But I think Barnesville might have just a slight little edge in this matchup, and I do mean a slight little edge. Like I said, they've been playing some really hot volleyball. They've had some really tough opponents in the section tournament. And East Grand Forks, coming from their side of the section tournament, hasn't quite had an opponent like Barnesville through that thing. I think maybe the toughest opponent they had was possibly Roseau. And Roseau beat them earlier in the season. And now East Grand Forks has defeated Roseau. And so don't be a bit surprised if East Grand Forks does come away with a victory in this one. But I do think Barnesville has maybe just a slight little edge in this matchup. But that's just my thoughts. It's going to be decided on that court between these two teams. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings as of the end of the regular season. In 8-2A North, as I mentioned, East Grand Forks was ranked number 3 at the end of the regular season. 7-8 section record, 17-12 overall. Won 52 sets, lost 39. Their QRF ranking is 58, while their value is 86.8. They come in on a win streak of 4. Barnesville, number 1 out of 8-2A South. 10-2 in section, 19-9 overall. Won 53 sets, lost 31 sets. Their QRF value is 116, and their QRF ranking is 26, and they have won 7. So that kind of coincides with what I said about the coin flip statement there. If you look at the QRF, which is a really good indicator of who could potentially be the better team, and when an upset occurs in Minnesota sports, it's truly an upset. Unlike, and no disrespect to North Dakota, but you could have a 6-0 team in North Dakota play a 2-4 team, and that 2-4 team could absolutely dominate the undefeated team. And the QRF ranking kind of prevents that type of a scenario from happening, and that's why I like Minnesota sports just a little bit more than North Dakota sports, because you can go into a ranking, or you can go into a matchup, you can take the win-loss records and throw them out the window, and look at the QRF ranking. And the QRF favors Barnesville slightly. Well, maybe a little bit more than slightly. I think the QRF ranking's a little bit more confident than I am in my coin flip analogy. Let's put it that way. So we'll see. Like I said, it's got to be decided on the court. I can only give you the information that I have. So that is a look at your official standings there, or how these two teams did in the standings. Roseau and Thief River Falls were actually ranked the 1 and 2, and East Grand Forks beat them both, ranked number 3. Park Rapids had a struggling year this year. They're ranked number 4 in 8-2A North. And then Warroad, Monaga, and Crookston and Red Lake make 5, 6, 7, and 8. In the 8-2A South standings, Barnesville at the top, Perham right behind them. We talked about the Barnesville-Perham battle this year. Those two teams split. Barnesville at the top, Perham second, Hawley third. We've talked about the Barnesville-Hawley. Those two teams have split. Barnesville, did they play Pelican Rapids more than once? So let me double check. I'm not sure. I don't think they did, but I don't want to say that without looking. No, they only played them once, so they beat them once. DGF, they played them twice, and they beat them twice. Fergus Falls, they did not play them. Well, let me double check. I don't think they played them. Nope, they did not play them. And then Frazee, they did not play them. They did play them back on Monday, October 17th, and they swept them 3-0. So, and then like I said, Barnesville has swept the bottom half of the 8-2A South, and they've split with the top half of the 2A South. So if they split with the top half, 1, 2, and 3, then they have you could make an argument saying that they might split with the top half of 1, 2, and 3 as well. They've won one against East Grand Forks. They always say it's tough to beat a team twice. It's definitely tough to beat them 3 times. They haven't had the opportunity to play 3 times this year, but it's a championship game. So you might as well count it as 2 games tonight, and we'll see who comes out on top here probably in 2 hours or less here on Magnitude Sports. We're still about 6 minutes away, so let's take another timeout. And when we return, we'll have the conclusion of your Barnesville Senex pregame show coming up right in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Barnesville Senex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Senex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Senex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Senex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Senex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. All right, welcome back. As we're about 4 minutes away from the opening announcements of this one, introduction of teams, all that good stuff. Once again, thanks for tuning in to the Barnesville Senex pregame show here on Magnitude Sports for this Section 8-2A championship match. And the winner of this one goes to the XL Energy Center, home of the Minnesota Wild, for the State Volleyball Tournament. Yes, they play hockey and volleyball in the same building. It should be a fun one, and whoever wins tonight, they've deserved that trip to XL Energy Center. Like I said, I think I said it back in the first match, the first playoff matchup of the 8-2A when Barnesville took on DGF, that the teams that were remaining after Barnesville defeated DGF that night, the Final Four, I think if you go back to the start of the season, I don't think any of those four would have been in the Final Four for a majority of people's picks. But, like I said, it's the world of sports, and stranger things have happened. So, like I said, all the analysis that I've given you on this matchup, it's all going to be decided on the court. Maybe it will be a sweep, but I doubt it. But I have been wrong before when I've said that it won't be a sweep, and it turned out to be a sweep. So, like I said, there's a possibility that I'm not correct, but I have some confidence in myself. So I think this one's going 4 sets tonight. Let's take a look at the schedule. There's not a whole heck of a lot on the schedule, to be honest with you. This volleyball game tonight, the Dakota Football Championships, they will not be on Magnitude Sports. I need to delete that because Barnesville has a game Thursday, November 10th at 7 p.m. at St. Cloud Tech University. They'll be taking on Willow Creek Moose River in the quarterfinal round of the State AA football tournament. I'm guessing Monday or Tuesday I'll have more information on if we will have a broadcast of that game or not. And then some youth football on Sunday after a couple days off, and then we have almost a week off, and we'll see if Barnesville can win on Thursday, then we might have a broadcast for you on Friday. If they can win on Friday, then we might have a broadcast for you on Friday, December 2nd. But like I said, it's all to be determined. It's all based on who wins and who loses. So December 2nd, you see there, the DGF Rebels taking on the Breckenridge Cow girls. I had to make sure if it was a boys or girls basketball game, as we'll hop into the basketball season on Friday, December 2nd. There's a possibility that we might have a hockey game prior to that to officially kick off the winter sports season, but I haven't made that 100% official yet. Then we have a great Class A versus Class B North Dakota matchup between the Fargo South Bruins and the Kindred Vikings on Saturday, December 3rd. Some more possibilities of continuing a fall sports on December 6th, believe it or not. And if Barnesville can win here tonight, then we might have some more games for you on Tuesday, November 22nd, and Thursday, December 1st, possibly. From the state tournament, but only if they win tonight. They have a tough task on their hands. So like I said, all that is to be determined. The only thing that is for sure is that girls basketball game on December 2nd. So after tonight, that's the only thing that's for sure, is that girls basketball game on December 2nd. It's amazing how that creeps up on you so quickly, but the basketball season is just ahead. And don't worry, even though you don't see it on your screen right now, Barnesville fans, we will have some Barnesville basketball for you here on Magnitude Sports as well. We're about 55 seconds away from the opening announcements here. Once again, you can find us online. An update from last night's football game, we picked up an additional 74 followers on our Twitter. Magnitude SN is how you can find us on Twitter. And though I don't have anybody taking pictures here tonight of this volleyball game, or if they are, I don't know about it. If you want to see pictures from any of the section championship football games from yesterday or Thursday, you can find them just simply scrolling down our recent Twitter feed. I haven't posted too much to Twitter since the football game ended last night. But you'll be able to find it there, and that was pretty awesome. So thank you for supporting our Twitter account there, and and following us. So we went from 74 to 127, I believe it was. As of last time I looked. I haven't looked at our Twitter account in a while. But you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like I mentioned earlier yesterday, YouTube's changing how you find channels. Basically, you just put an @ sign in front of what you see there. When that goes official, I'll add an @ sign. We're going to bring it back now to our live camera as we have... Okay, they're going to play the national anthem by the Barnesville High School Pep Band, so we're going to keep it live here for the national anthem.
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome to the fort on the campus of Dilworth Blumenfeldt High School for tonight's Section 8AA Section Championship matchup between the Green Wave of East Grand Forks High School and the Trojans from Barnesville High School. DGF Public Schools welcomes you to this.
The Barnesville Trojans will officially be the home team on the scoreboard, while the East Grand Forks Green Wave will be the visitors on the scoreboard this evening.
The rules of the Minnesota State High School League. These rules provide for fair competition among players. One goal of high school athletics is learning lifetime values. Sportsmanship is one such value that makes this contest an educational experience. Everyone is responsible for keeping this game at a high level of good sportsmanship. Please be a positive example towards the teams and the coaches and respect the decisions of the officials. As you do, you enhance the atmosphere of educational athletics. Thank you for your attendance tonight and your cooperation. Our officials for tonight's match are Charlie Johnson and Mark Jorgensen. These individuals are registered by the Minnesota State High School League. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the sport. Line judges tonight are Tara Jacobson and Nicole Leitner. Let's take a moment and give our officials our thanks. Without them, we do not play volleyball tonight. Thank you, officials. Now, let's meet the players from each team. First, the visitors on the scoreboard, the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Number 1, Allison Kovar. Number 2, Claire Beck. Number 4, Elle Oberg. Number 5, Emma Marcotte. Number 7, Maddie Folden. Number 10, McKaylee Fitzpatrick. Number 11, Zoe Nelson. Number 12, Maya Garrett. Number 14, Ellie Marcotte. Number 17, Maddie Stocker. Number 19, Addison Cuiaba. Number 21, Tatum Spokely. Number 24, Haley Robertson. Number 28, Brooke Kovar. And number 30, Ella Gerber. Student managers, Jack Christensen, Sarah Christensen. Assistant coaches, Heidi Spicer, Michelle Johnson, head coach of the Green Wave, Paula Devine. Now let's meet tonight's lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Barnesville Trojans. Number 1, Maya Askegard. Number 2, Belle Peterson. Number 3, Cindy Strand. Number 4, Kennedy Gray. Number 5, Amelia Newell. Number 6, Kaylee Olson. Number 7, Rumley Beaver. Number 8, Macy Pana. Number 9, Lexi Hafe. Number 10, Mackenzie Scogan. Number 11, Emily Smith. Number 12, Jada Bonches. Number 14, Cora Sorensen. Number 15, Emily Riddle. And number 20, Lillian Trowbridge. Student managers, Harper Askegard, Finley Gross, Adeline Bonches, and Hadley Pearson. Assistant coaches, Taylor Carter, Maisie Berg, and Madison Hammond. And the head coach of the Trojans, Megan Askegard. Green Wave and Trojans, let's play volleyball for the Section 8AA title.
All right, we're ready to go. We're set 1, about to get started here. Once again, these two teams met back on September 1st. It was a 3-1 win for the Barnesville Trojans. Trojans in the purple on the left-hand side of the net. The Green Wave during the pregame show in black, and as soon as I turned off a couple of effects, they are in green. Green with red, numerals outlined in white. And we are ready to go. Once again, a couple of the names that you'll hear more frequently here. For the Barnesville Trojans, look for Belle Peterson, Emily Smith, Emily Riddle, and setting those 3 girls up, Rumley Beaver. For the East Grand Forks Green Wave, Addison Kiava, Claire Beck, Maya Garrett, Michaela Fitzpatrick, or not Maya Garrett, Michaela Fitzpatrick, and Ellie Marcotte and Tatum Spokely will be the ones setting those 2 up.
Serving number 2.
East Grand Forks will start with the first serve of this matchup of the 8-2A championship game, live from DGF High School in Glendon, Minnesota, and we are underway. The serve is over, and Beaver will set it up for Emily Smith, and Smith strikes first for the Barnesville Trojans, and it's 1-0.
Emily Smith, point Trojans. Serving Mackenzie Scogan.
Kenzie Scogan will serve. Her serve, standing serve, middle of the service line is over. Bump set over, dug out there by Beaver. Now it's set up by Newell for Emily Riddle into the net, or Emily Smith, excuse me, into the net on the return, and it is a kill for Emily Smith. Emily Smith 2, the East Grand Forks Green Wave 0, as Scogan goes back to serve once again. Scogan standing serve over. Dig down in front of the back line, trying to get the number on the librero there. I forgot to ask, and I can't quite see it from my position. And that is another kill for Emily Smith. That's number 2, Claire Beck. So Claire Beck is the libero for East Grand Forks, and it's Emily Smith 3 in the East Grand Forks Green Wave 0. As Scogan serves it up for the 3rd time. Another standing serve is over. They'll set it up near side here for, that's Cuiava, excuse me. Bump set, sent over from the 10-foot line. Belle Peterson sends it back, diving for it. Nice dig out there by Claire Beck. Check that. Yeah, it was Claire Beck who dug it out.
Point Green Wave.
So it's now
Maya Garrett
3-1.
serving for the Green Wave.
As Maya Garrett will go back to the service line here for. And she serves up an ace.
By Maya Garrett. Point Green Wave.
One ace on one serve. So far, so good for Maya Garrett in the Green Wave. They'll back set it to the far pin for the attack, and it goes out of bounds. There's a net violation on double touch. Net violation on number 2, Belle Peterson. And now we're tied at 3 on the net violation. Garrett serves it again. She's now 3 for 3 serving. Back set Emily Smith over, dug out there by Claire Beck. Bump set Belle Peterson over on the far side, gets it down for the kill, and after the 3-3 tie, Barnesville takes the lead at 4-3. Belle Peterson with her first kill of the night. She only had 6 kills in the matchup against the Holly Nuggets the other night, was Rumley Beaver picking up the slack, where Belle Peterson normally in double digits in that kill column, but single digits, and Rumley Beaver normally maybe 1 or 2 kills, had 6 kills that night against Holly. Emily Riddle tip it over and down, and that's another point. So back-to-back points after a 3-3 tie give Barnesville a 5-3 lead as Emily Riddle records her first point of the night. Back to serve is Emily Smith. Her first trip to the service line tonight, senior middle hitter. Beck will dig it out on the first touch. Now they'll back set it to the far side, and it lands inbounds for a kill.
Kill by Allison Kovar, Point Green Wave. Now serving number 1, Allison Kovar.
Allison Kovar, the junior, gets the point, and she'll also go back to serve. 5-4 our score now in favor of the Barnesville Trojans here on the Ratsos Pool Hall scoreboard, and make it 6-4 as Emily Riddle will power that one down.
Amelia Newell serving for the Trojans.
Amelia Newell, a junior. Her older sister, Katie, graduated last year, and she had a phenomenal senior year for the Barnesville Trojan volleyball team. And Newell starting to pick it up towards the middle half of the season to the end of the season. And nearly serves up an ace there, but it's not going to be an ace. It's going to be a line violation. And it's another point for Barnesville as they go up by 3 here, 7-4, as Newell goes back for serve number 2 of the evening. So the junior will have at least one more year here. And a strong serve is over, and it is down for an ace. And the Barnesville Trojans double up on the Green Wave on the first ace serve of the night. This one courtesy of Amelia Newell, and she'll go back to serve it again. 3 for 3 with 1 ace if this one goes over, and it does. She floats one over in rainbow style. That'll be set up far side, dug out there by Newell. Still trying to do my best to see those jersey numbers. They're harder to see than I thought they were. Ellie Marcotte goes into the net on the attack for the attack error for the Green Wave. 9-4, the Trojans up here in the first set. Beck makes first contact. They'll set it up far side, dug out by Sydney Strand. Now Beaver will set it up. Belle Peterson, far side attack. It's over. It's dug out by Allison Kovar, and it falls to the floor, and Kovar will get the point. 9-5 our score. It's an unconventional kill, but it's a point nonetheless. You'll take the points however you can get them in a matchup like this one here. Kaylee Olson will come in, and Amelia Newell will get a breather on the sideline here for the Barnesville Trojans.
Now serving Elle Oberg for the Green Wave.
9-5 is Elle Goldberg, the senior, goes back to serve. Slight jump serve from the middle of the service line is over. Beaver sets it up for Riddle, dug out there. And now the second touch by Kovar, sent over in front of the 10-foot line by Cuiava. And now let's set it up for Belle Peterson, and Belle Peterson puts it down for a kill, and it's 10-5 in favor of the Barnesville Trojans here on the Ratzel's Pool Hall scoreboard as Belle Peterson records her second kill of the night. Spoke with Belle's father. He shared a funny story with me. One of the family members of the Peterson family was watching the game. They were trying to watch the game against Hawley. And they did, but it was the previous years, and they were wondering why I was not calling Belle Peterson's name. And it turns out that they were watching the Barnesville-Hawley matchup from the year before instead of the one from about a couple days ago. Green Wave will take a timeout as the Barnesville Trojans lead 11-5. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963. All right, welcome back to DGF High School here in Glendon, Minnesota, home of the Dilworth Glendon Felton Rebels. And tonight it's home to the 8-2A championship game between the Barnesville Trojans and the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Mike Mason with you here on the play-by-play. We have Janice helping us out on camera tonight. And an exciting atmosphere. All the Green Wave fans directly in front of me, off to the left and right. The Barnesville fans across the gym on the other side. Coming out of the timeout, Kennedy Gray will have the serve here for the Barnesville Trojans. They lead by 6 right now on the Ratzel's Pool Hall scoreboard. And the Barnesville student section does their clever hum. And that hum will continue until Kennedy Gray is allowed to serve it over. As soon as she smacks the ball, the hum will come to an end. Told you. A bump set it here. Cuiava sends it over. Here's Beaver with the set back behind the 10-foot line. Kennedy Gray, nice dig out there by Allison Kovar. And now it's bumped over, free ball. Beaver sends it right back to the back line where Beck will dig it out. Now Cuiava through the blockers and down, gets the kill.
Number 14, Ellie Marcotte.
Oh, they're saying it was Marcotte. Yeah, my bad. That was my bad. I had 14 and 19 mixed up. That was 100% my bad, and I apologize.
Tatum Spokley serving.
11-6 our score now. Okay, we'll try and get it right here. And that one's out of bounds. Another point for the Green Wave, and it's 11-7 now. That serve is over. Beaver will set it up for Kenzie Scogan through the blockers, tip back over. And a whistle, and they're calling a lift. It's a touch violation on the Barnesville Trojans. 11-8 is our score now. Barnesville lead has been cut to 3, excuse me. I did get a decent grade in math back in high school, I promise you. Here's Emily Riddle, blocked at the net and kept alive by Barnesville. Strand sends it back over. They'll set it up, send it over as Ellie Marcotte, and it's blocked. It comes back to the Green Wave, and now out of bounds. Was it tipped? It was. It's a point and a kill for Ellie Marcotte.
No violation on the Trojans. Point Green Wave.
And now the Green Wave are within a pair. It's 11-9. At one point, they were down 9-4. And since then, East Grand Forks has outscored Barnesville 5-2 to cut it to a 2-point deficit. Serve is over. Beaver will bump set it back to the 10-foot line. Kennedy Gray on the tack. Tipped at the net and a back set, and that one's over. Dug out by Beaver. Riddle sends it back in 2. Green Wave will control it, set it up for a far side attack, and it's down for the kill.
Point Trojans. Now serving number 3, Sydney Strand.
Okay, never mind. I guess it was a point for the Barnesville Trojans, so that makes it 12-9 instead of 11-10. That one through the blockers right back over to the Green Wave. Sending it over was Kovar. Now Beaver will set it up for Skogan. Skogan blocked at the net.
Point Green Wave.
12-10 as the Green Wave will get the serve back. It'll go into the hands of Ellie Marcotte.
Ellie Marcotte serving.
Second trip to the service line tonight. She's 2 for 2, now 3 for 3. Beaver sets it up, pushed over by Smith, kept alive there by Kovar. And now Kovar goes on the attack, out of bounds, or was it tipped? It was tipped. Allison Kovar with her third kill according to my numbers, and it's 12-11 now, and the Green Wave with a chance to tie it up here. Marcotte, number 14, with her fourth serve of the night. Here's Beaver with the setup. Middle of the net attack from Emily Smith. Kept alive into that bad angle. Line violation on the Green Wave. And that'll be a point for the Trojans. 13-11 is our score now here as Barnesville will get the serve back. Rumley Beaver.
Barnesville, number 7, Rumley Beaver.
Senior setter goes back to the service line for the first time tonight. Standing serve is over. It's a hard serve dug out there by Claire Beck. And now they'll set it up near side. And nice dig out by Sydney Strand on the swing and an attack there by McKaylee Fitzpatrick. Back over to the Green Wave now as they chase it over to the out area. Send it back over. It was Marcotte. Middle of the net attack is down for the kill. Emily Smith getting back into the scoring column with her fourth kill of the night. And it is now 14-11 in favor of the Barnesville Trojans. Rumley Beaver, serve number 2. Still her first trip to the line tonight. Serve is successful. They'll set up near side attack through the blockers and down, and the kill goes to Fitzpatrick. Her second of the night according to my numbers, and it's 14-12. No timeouts yet. We've only had one tie. That was back when the score was 3-3. Barnesville took the lead change off that tie. Tipped over by Emily Smith. Second touch there from Kovar. Bump set for the middle of the attack. Blocked and a whistle. And they're calling 4 touches on Green Wave. Another touch violation. Now each team has 1. And that's another point for the Trojans as they take a 3-point advantage. As Kenzie Skogan will make her second trip to the service line. She was 3 for 3 last time she was there. Now 4 for 4 on the evening on her second trip to the line. Skogan will dig that one out. Strand will send a free ball over. A chance for East Grand Forks to get a point here. Nope, free ball back to Barnesville instead. Newell set it up, Belle Peterson far side. Almost misjumped that one, had to send a free ball back. And now on the attack. Was it tipped at the net? It was. And it's a point.
Addison Tuyava. Point Green Wave. Maya Garrett now serving.
Cuyava with a kill. And a service error there from the Green Wave. That's the first service error of the night.
Number 11, Emily Smith.
16-13 is our score now. Emily Smith, 1 for 1 last time, now 2 for 2 on her second trip to the service line tonight. That is a kill from the middle of the net there for Cuyava.
Point Green Wave.
16-14 our score.
Allison Kovar serving.
Kovar's second trip to the service line tonight. She's 1 for 1 so far. Now 2 for 2 as they'll receive that one. Set it up for Belle Peterson, floats it over. Green Wave sends a free ball back. Skogan first touch, Beaver sets it up. Emily Riddle powers it down. And that is a kill for Emily Riddle, and it's 17-14.
Point Trojans. Amelia Newell serving for Barnesville.
Amelia Newell 3 for 3 last time she was at the service line. She also had an ace on one of those 3 serves. Now 4 for 4 with an ace. Newell send it to Beaver. Beaver will set it up backside there for Riddle. Blocked at the net as Beaver keeps it alive. Riddle pushes it back over with 2 hands on the second touch. Now they set it up near side for Marquardt. Blocked at the net there by Beaver and Riddle. And it lands in bounds on the back line. And Beaver and Riddle, I'm not sure who got the most of that one. I'll credit both of them with a block. One of them will get the assist officially on the stat sheet. It's going to be 18-14. That serve, I believe it was Newell, and it was. Number 5 is now 5 for 5 serving with an ace, and let's look at the celebration. Looks like Emily Riddle got that one. She has 3 kills now, and it's 19-14 here for the Barnesville Trojans. Newell now 6 for 6 serving. Claire back at the dive for that one. Bumped over by Marcotte. Sydney Strand will control it. Beaver will set it up for Riddle. Riddle through the blockers and down for another kill and another point. 20-14 on the Ratzel's Pool Hall scoreboard. And now East Grand Forks takes a timeout. It's the first timeout of the set as the Green Wave find themselves trailing by 6. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back. Make an adjustment on our microphone here. Coming out of the break, it's Amelia Newell with the serve. 7 for 7 now as Claire back. They'll set it up near side, blocked at the net, kept alive by the Green Wave. And another block tip. Scogan controls it. Beaver sends it over in 2. Dug out there by Kovar. And now bumped over on a free ball there by Marquardt. Strand will dig it out. Beaver will set it up for Peterson. Peterson puts it to the floor. And it's 21-14 as the Trojans score out of the East Grand Forks timeout. A 7-point advantage now here for the Barnesville Trojans. And that one, I'd like to see the replay on that one. They don't have replay, but backline judge said it went over the line. So that'll be a service error for Amelia Newell. Error and Newell don't happen too often in the same sentence, but nobody's perfect. Service error per team now as Elle Oberg, the senior, serves it. Now here's Belle Peterson on the attack. Nice dig out there, and they have to chase after it. And now sending a free ball over is Kovar. Beaver will set it up. Belle Peterson went up for the jump, but then realized that she had to backtrack a little bit. Beaver will set it up. Scogan sends it over. Tipped at the net, falls to the floor. Scogan gets the kill, and it's a point for the Barnesville Trojans. And it's 22-15. I should give the Green Wave one more point here.
Kennedy Gray serving for Barnesville.
Kennedy Gray at the service line. Second trip, 1 for 1 so far, now 2 for 2. 10-foot line attack is tipped at the net, and it's kept alive and sent over. Nicely done there by the Green Wave. And now powering it down is Rumley Beaver. She picks up where she left off in the Holly game, getting a kill here in set 1. 23-15 now. Kennedy Gray serves it over successfully. On the attack is Marquardt. Nice dig out there by Strand. Gray from behind the 10-foot line. Long attack dug out by Kovar. Now they set it up for Marquardt again. Sent over, dug out there by Gray. Beaver will set it up for Scogan, far side. Tipped it over, blocked at the net. Barnesville controls it, sends it back. Dug out there by the Librero, back in the back line. Now an attack. Nice dig out by Kaylee Olson, and Beaver keeps the volley alive. East Grand Forks, Marquardt on the attack, gets the kill down. And the Green Wave stay in it for at least one more additional point. 23-16 as they'll get the serve back. Going back to serve now here is... Couldn't quite catch the jersey number. I want to say it might be Spokley, but So I look on the bench. I don't see Spokley on the bench, so it might be her serving. Riddle sends it over. A nice dig out there by Kovar. Tipped at the net, kept alive. Joust for it at the net, and it's a kill. Middle of the net there. I believe it was Cuiava. Somebody put a white sign up in front of me. Let's double check. It's Hallie Robertson, actually, with the kill. She's a senior. 23-17. Still a little bit of an uphill climb here for the Green Wave, but Kovar keeps it alive. Free ball back to Barnesville. Strand to Beaver. Beaver sets it up right at the net, and I think Barnesville may have gotten away with a line violation there, as it looks like Scogan's left knee went under the net and over the line. But the ball was in a position where the two officials were looking at the ball and not her knee, and Barnesville gets a free point there, and it's now set point. Maybe I was wrong, but I don't think so. Out of bounds, and that'll be the set.
Barnesville takes game one, 25-17.
25-17 as the Barnesville Trojans take the first set. And we'll come back with set number 2 here in just a moment on the Magnitude Sports Network. Be back in a minute or two. Are you looking to buy or sell your home? Maybe you need a summer getaway. Contact Josh Wiechek, your local hometown licensed real estate agent with Priority Real Estate in Barnesville. Josh will assist you in finding a new home for you and your family. Whether it's a pre-existing home or a lot available to build your own dream home, call or text Josh today. 218-790-2477. Priority Real Estate. Wishing the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office, and the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
Ratzel's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzel's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzel's Pool Hall on Facebook, give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzel's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzel's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Not all internet companies are created equal. Barnesville's symmetrical system means you can upload data at the same speed you can download, something few companies even offer. This is incredibly important. From connecting with grandkids on Zoom to sharing pictures on Instagram, cutting-edge business, working from home, or the kids uploading their homework. Really fast speeds, great customer service. With Barnesville Internet, we've got you covered, and the future is here today.
All right, welcome back. So get ready for set 2. You see the set 1 score there. Trojans take it 25-17. Want to say hi to Jim, Nate, and Kathy for chiming in on the YouTube chat. Certainly appreciate that. It'll be Rumley Beaver serving here. I'll be operating the camera until our camera person returns. Tipped over at the net there. Green Wave control it. Nice job there by Kovar. Push back over. Strand on the second touch. Sends it over to Scogan. Scogan, that one may have gone out of bounds had Marcotte not touched it, but it comes right back here to the Green Wave. In fact, what I'm going to do is actually zoom out just a little bit here. That way I don't have to control the camera too much. And that one, as I was zooming out, it looks like it's going to go to the Barnesville Trojans. I didn't see exactly what happened there as I looked away for a split second, but Barnesville gets the point, and Rumley Beaver will serve it up for the 4th time. She's 3 for 3 with a kill tonight and a block as well. That serve is over. Now they'll set it up near side. Cuiava on the attack, dug out by Gray. And now Scogan sends a free ball over. Kovar will control that. Sent back over in 2 by the Green Wave. Here's Newell with the set for Scogan. Scogan through the blockers, and the Green Wave will control it. Now, will they get an attack? No, they won't. Here's Emily Smith, tipped at the net. Ooh, and a battle for it at the net, and the point's going to go to the Green Wave. Robertson with the tip over / kill. And it's 1-1. Claire Beck with the serve. Okay, I'm going to zoom out just a hair more. That way I definitely don't have to work the camera until our camera person returns.
Scogan, point Barnesville.
Scogan with her 2nd kill, and that gives the lead to Barnesville. So we were tied at 3.
Serving for the Trojans.
Tied at 3 back in set 1. Barnesville took the 4-3 lead, and they never gave it up. And now they take a 2-1 lead after being tied at 1. That is an ace serve over the tape of the net.
By Scogan.
3-1 our score on the ace serve by Kenzie Scogan. Another serve from Scogan is over successfully as Kovar sends it back. Strand to Beaver. Beaver will back set it here. Emily Smith sends it over. Dug out there by Claire Beck. And now Kovar goes on the attack. Blocked at the net. I don't think it went over the net. I think it's 4 touches, and that's exactly correct. And that makes it 4-1 on the 2nd touch violation of the night for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Going back to serve is Kenzie Scogan. 7 for 7 serving now. Beck sends over a free ball. Strand will dig it out. Beaver will set it up. Smith sends it over. Nice dig out there by the Green Wave. Now Kovar sends a free ball just barely over the tape of the net. They set it up for Belle Peterson. She's blocked at the net as Scogan keeps it alive. Smith tips it over. Bump set over the net, out of bounds. Point Barnesville.
Point Trojans.
That is the 7th attacking error. 6 of the 7 attacking errors have been balls sent out of bounds by the Green Wave. That's 5-1 as Scogan serves it up again. And that's a hard serve, and that is sent back there by Claire Beck. Scogan makes contact as Beaver sets it up for Peterson, and Peterson tucks it inside the back line.
Belle Peterson with the kill. Point Barnesville.
Barnesville climbs to a 6-1 lead here in the 2nd set. Scogan will serve again. Our cameraman is almost, I should say camera lady, is almost back. And that is a kill for Allison Kovar. Her 4th according to my numbers.
Point Green Wave.
Oh, they're crediting it to Cuiava, but it certainly looked like number 1 to me. And if it is number 1, it's Kovar. We'll go ahead and get it to Cuiava. 6-2 is our score. And Belle Peterson got it into the net.
Point Green Wave.
I gave that point to the wrong team here in 1 second. We'll fix it. 6-3 is our score. Kovar sends it over. Belle Peterson into the net on back-to-back attacks.
East Grand Forks.
Another attacking error. And after trailing 6-1, East Grand Forks has now trimmed the lead to 6-4. On over, Strand digs it out. Beaver sets it up for Peterson. Over with two hands. Beck on the first touch. Now they set it up. I believe that was Cuiava on the far side. Sent right back. Beck digs it out in front of the back line. They set it up for Kovar near side. She punches it over. Smith able to keep it alive as Beaver sets it up for Peterson. Dug out right in front of the back line there by Marcotte. Now going on the attack was Kovar. Dug out. Beaver chases it. Strand sends a free ball over, and it's dug out in front of the back line by Beck. East Grand Forks on the attack. It's Kovar out of bounds. Was it tipped? No, it was not. Point Barnesville 7-4. Another ball out of bounds for the Green Wave.
Serving for the Trojans.
And it will be Emily Smith on the serve. She's 2 for 2 tonight. Soon to be 3 for 3. One touch and punched down by Emily Riddle.
Roughing violation. Point Green Wave.
Correction, net violation and no kill for Emily Riddle.
Allison Kovar now serving for the Green Wave.
So the Green Wave are back within 2. It's 7-5. Kovar with the serve. And Kovar with the ace. And it's 7-6 on the Ratsos Pool Hall scoreboard in favor of the Barnesville Trojans, but knocking on the doors, East Grand Forks. Kovar now 5 for 5 if it goes over, and it does. And she has that ace now to her credit. That one high up into the basketball hoop and down into the East Grand Forks Green Wave bench.
Point Barnesville. Amelia Newell now serving.
Newell to the service line for the 3rd time tonight. 6 for 7, excuse me. Now 7 for 8. Scogan will dig it out. Beaver sends it back with 2 hands. Dug out there by Cuiava. And now sending it over is Marcotte. Scogan from the 10-foot line sends it over and down for the kill.
Mackenzie Scogan. Point Trojans.
9-6 our score. Want to say hi to Duke tuning in and chiming in on the YouTube chat. Newell 8 for 9 serving now with 1 ace. Josford at the net. Green Wave will control it. They'll go on the attack. Through the blockers and down. I believe it was Cuiava.
19, Addison Cuiava.
And it was.
Point Green Wave.
9-7 now.
El Oberg now serving.
El Oberg. Number 4 will be 4 for 4 serving if this one goes over. And it does. Sydney Strand gets low to keep it alive. Belle Peterson on the attack, dug out by Kovar. They'll set it up here for Marcotte. That one's dug out by Scogan. Now Belle Peterson just in front of the 10-foot line, sends it over, dug out in front of the back line. They'll set it up here for Marcotte again. Dug out by Scogan again. Strand on the second touch, sets it up for Belle Peterson, who sends it over with 2 hands. Here comes the Green Wave on the attack. Couldn't get it over the net. Ball will fall to the floor, and it's a 10-7 lead for the Trojans.
Now serving for Barnesville, number 4, Kennedy Gray.
Kennedy Gray was 3 for 3 last time she was at the service line. And she will actually not serve. She'll come out, and she'll give the ball here to, oh wait, she will come in. She'll come in for Belle Peterson. Had to make sure to get that official rotation in and avoid the rotation violation and a potential free point for the Green Wave. There's an ace serve from Kennedy Gray.
Ace by Gray. Point Barnesville.
5 for 5 with an ace. Check that. 4 for 4 with an ace. This will be the 5th serve of the night. 11-7. And they will not get it back. It'll be a point for the Barnesville Trojans. 12-7 as the Trojan lead grows to 5. It's been a long time since we've had a whistle. We were tied at 1-1, and there's been no ties since then. Here's Scogan on the attack. They'll set it up for Marcotte in front of the 10-foot line through the blockers and down.
Go by Kelly Marcotte.
12-8 was our score.
Now serving Tatum Spokley.
Tatum Spokley. Second trip to the service line. She's 2 for 2 tonight. Now 3 for 3. Strand with an ace. 3 for 3 with an ace.
Ace by Smokely. Point Green Wave.
Three-point deficit now for the Green Wave. Spokely's serve is over. 4 for 4 with an ace, and Kovar will dig out that wild attack from Barnesville. Free ball back over to the Trojans. Here's Beaver setting it up for Riddle. Middle of the net attack is down to the floor. It's a kill for Riddle. 13-9 on the Rouncil's Pool Hall scoreboard. Emily Riddle records her 5th kill of the night. Serve will go back to Barnesville. Will go to the libero, the senior libero, Sydney Strand. Standing serve is over. Libero to libero as Beck makes first contact on that one, and a kill from the near side for Cuiabá. Or check that, Fitzpatrick. 13-10 our score. Serve goes back to the Green Wave. Sent over, controlled by East Grand Forks. Kovar will set it up. Blocked at the net, right back to East Grand Forks. Nice dig out by Strand. Beaver sends it over in 2, and East Grand Forks reacts quickly to keep that alive, and they'll get a point. Allison Kovar records kill number 5.
Point Green Wave.
13-11 now our score. Marquardt will serve it up for the 7th time tonight. She is now perfect, 7 of 7 with 2 kills tonight. Sent right back over. Beck makes first contact. Set it up for a far side attack. It's over as Kaylee Olsen digs it out. Beaver sets it up, pushed over by Emily Smith on a nice diving dig out there by the Green Wave. Kovar sends it back over. Skogan dives, sends it over the net, and it falls to the floor to a point.
Point Trojans. Now serving number 7, Rumley Beaver.
Rumley Beaver with the serve. Set it up near side attack. Out of bounds, point Barnesville.
Point Barnesville.
Yet another ball out of bounds. That's 8 of them now that have gone out of bounds. All but one of their attacking errors have gone out of bounds. 8 of the 9. And that one is just barely over the back line, and another one out of bounds. 9 of 10 attack errors have gone out of bounds, and it's a 4-point advantage, or a 5-point advantage for the Barnesville Trojans as Rumley Beaver goes back to serve. And it's an ace serve from Rumley Beaver.
Point Barnesville.
And a timeout is called. 17-11 is our score. Timeout East Grand Forks. We'll take a break and be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart Pharmacy and Hardware Hank store in Barnesville. Open weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays until noon. Stop in 117 Front Street, pick up all the essentials for the home, school, and office, including smoke alarms, a wide variety of light bulbs and lighting accessories, plus power cords, envelopes, notepads, pens, glue, tape, highlighters, and much more. Don't forget that Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your Valspar paint headquarters. Barnesville Drug and Hardware. Give them a like and follow on Facebook. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. All right, welcome back. I love the song, YouTube doesn't, so we're going to turn that down for a moment. 17-11 in favor of Barnesville. Here in the second set, Rumley Beaver to serve as our cameraman has returned. Camera lady, I should say. I'm not sure why it's automatic, but it is. Sent over, kept alive by Beaver. Newell set it up far side for Skogan. Blocked at the net, kept alive by Kennedy Gray as Beaver sets it up for Newell. Newell pushes it over. Green Wave will go on the attack from the far side. Strand will keep it alive. Bump set there to Skogan from Beaver. Skogan sends it over, dug out by Kovar. Now they'll set it up middle of the net, and it's down to the floor. And that is Hallie Robinson again with the kill. I have her down for 4. And the Green Wave, 1-0 out of the Green Wave timeout. 17-12 our score
Claire
now
Beck
here.
Serving for the Green Wave.
Claire Beck. 3 for 3, now 4 for 4. Blocked at the net. Nice job by Strand to keep that one alive. And it's through the blockers and down for Amelia Newell. She records her first point tonight, not from the service line. She does have an ace, so she has 2 points now for the Trojans. And it's 18-12 as the Barnesville Trojans take a 6-point advantage. Kenzie Scogan. This is her 10th serve of the night for number 10 for the Barnesville Trojans. Senior outside hitter. It's been a fun player to watch over the years. They're going to miss her next year. That serve is out of bounds.
Point Green Wave.
Second service error of the night for the Barnesville Trojans, and that makes it 18-13.
Garrett now serving for the Green Wave.
Scogan, Beaver, Peterson. Dug out by Back. Green Wave, Kovar sends it over. Strand, Beaver, middle of the net. Smith blocked at the net, and that'll be a touch violation on the Trojans. Both teams have 2 touch violations now. And the Barnesville lead has been trimmed to 4. It's 18-14. Serve is over. Scogan makes first contact. Beaver chases after it with a bump set. And free ball sent over by Peterson. Dug out by Beck in front of the back line. Now Kovar on the attack. Tipped at the net as it comes over. Beaver will set it up. Backside for Newell. Newell through and down to the floor for a point. 19-14.
Point Barnesville.
Emily Smith will go back to serve. It's her 3rd trip to the service line, and if this one goes over, she'll be 5 for 5 tonight. As her team leads by 5. And she is now 5 for 5. A lot of 5s in that statement. It's Cuyava. Cuyava gets it down for the kill.
Kill by Madison Cuyava. Point Green Wave.
19-15, Kovar back to serve. This will be her 7th serve of the night. She's 6 for 6 so far with an ace. I also have her down for 5 kills up to this point. Team trails by 4, down in the match 1-0. Here's Beaver with the set, and Emily Riddle with the attack through the blockers and down for another kill. And Emily Riddle now has 6 according to my numbers. And Barnesville hits 21st. It's 20-15. Barnesville won that first set 25-17. Here's Newell with the serve, excuse me. Far side attack, blocked at the net.
Point Trojans. Timeout.
That was Emily Riddle with a block with authority there. And another timeout taken by the Green Wave. 21-15, they took a timeout at 17-11, scored 1 point. Barnesville scored 2, and now Barnesville's up by 8. No, check that, by 6. 21-15, we'll take a break and be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Well, actually, we'll keep it here. We'll thank our sponsors, including Barnesville Senex, The Pitchfork, Dean's Bulk Service, Willow Creek Insurance, Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, Midwest Bank, Proudy Real Estate, Agent Josh Wiechek, Barnesville Booster Club, Ratzo's Pool Hall, hosting the live watch party of this 8AA championship back down the highway here, about 15 miles approximately in Barnesville. And if you're watching from there, thank you so much for watching. Barnesville Internet, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, Ball Green Construction, KLN Family Brands. If you've never had Wiley Wallaby Licorice, I certainly encourage you to pick up a bag at one of your, you'll most likely find it at one of your local gas stations, wherever you may live. It's probably, in my humble opinion, the best licorice that exists, and I'm not just saying that because they're a sponsor. I actually mean that. Back to action now. And blocked at the net. Belle Peterson got the block. Riddle assisted on that block with her left hand. Belle Peterson's first block of the night. It's 22-15. So out of this timeout, it's the Barnesville Trojans scoring first. serve was over. I believe it was Newell who served it. Newell dives, Strand keeps it alive. Peterson free ball back to the green wave as Beck makes first contact. They set it up for Cuiaba. Cuiaba tips it back over and down.
Throw by number 19, Addison Cuiaba. Point green wave. El Olberg now serving.
El Olberg, 5 for 5 as of right now. Here's Beaver with the set for Emily Riddle, middle of the net, down to the floor for a kill.
Kill by Emily Riddle, point Barnesville.
23-16, once again. Barnesville led 23-16 in set one. East Grand Forks would get the next point, and then Barnesville would close it out. We'll see if that pattern continues here or not. And sending it back from the back line. Here's Scogan, and she couldn't get it over. And now set two is going exactly how set one went. However, the next point could change that. Like I said, at this point in set one, Barnesville closed out the set. We'll see if East Grand Forks can change that here. Here's Riddle pushing it over. It was tipped at the net as it came over by Robertson. Pushed back over, I believe that was Marcotte, and it was. Kovar will dig it out. They'll set it up, backside attack on the way, through the blockers, and it's gonna be, will it be a kill or a double touch? They're calling it a lift, so it'll be a touch violation and no kill. It's the third one of the night, and now set two does not go like set one, as East Grand Forks gets an additional point. 23-18 our score. Riddle sends it over, kept alive. Marcotte will long pass it to the far side of the net. Kennedy Gray gets the kill from behind the 10-foot line, and it's set point for the Barnesville Trojans at 24-18.
Sydney Strand will be serving game point.
Coming out is Fitzpatrick. Coming in is Zoe Nelson, number 11, for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. 24-18, Sydney Strand on the serve. Kovar makes first contact at the net, sending it over and down. Robertson with the kill.
Kill by Haley Robertson, point green wave.
24-19, still a little bit of a hill to climb here. But
Ellie Marcotte now serving.
1 point at a time is probably the strategy that they want to go here, and they need back-to-back points desperately here. They'd love to get it to 24-22. Of course, ultimately, the plan would be to get to 24-24, and they get 1 point closer to that, 24-20. Fitzpatrick will get the kill, and Barnesville will take a timeout. The first timeout of the entire match so far here taken by Barnesville. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Newell will set it up near side. Lexi Ballgreen picked, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That pulls the Barnesville Trojans within a point. They get the serve back. Inquest works out of the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the net of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
Intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
All right, welcome back. 24-20, it's set point here for the Green Wave, or for the Trojans, excuse me. And the serve is over. Here's Beaver and Smith into the net, attacking error. Number 6 for the Barnesville Trojans. 3 of those 6 out of bounds, not that one into the net. And it's another point here. And out of the timeout, it is the Green Wave scoring to make it 24-21. Serve is over. Beaver sets it up. Here's Scogan on the attack. Kept alive, Kovar. Now Kovar will go on the attack. Blocked at the net. Kept alive there by Marcotte. Sent over. Beaver sends it over in 2. Back will control it. And now Kovar on the attack. Volley stays alive. Barnesville has to do a little bit of chasing. Sent over. Kovar keeps it alive. Jousts for it at the net. Green Wave keep it alive. And a little miscommunication there between Kovar and Robertson. Or no, check that. Kovar and Marcotte. And that will do it for set 2. A mental error there cost them the set as they were looking to battle back. And 25-21 your score here in set number 2. So it's 2 sets to none now here in favor of the Barnesville Trojans. Don't count out the Green Wave just yet. We'll see if they can answer back in set 3 when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. All right, welcome back. And Barnesville's in the driving seat right now. Green Wave have to win 3 in a row if they plan to make a trip to the state tournament, while the Barnesville only needs to win 1 of the next 3. Like I said, last time these two teams met earlier in the season, it was Barnesville 3-1 winners. So we'll see if the East Grand Forks Green Wave, as the Green Wave fans that you can see in the bottom right corner of the screen, start to do the wave, and we'll see if that helps them out or not. Matter of fact, yeah, they're the tail end of the wave. The wave starts in the student section over there, and then it comes around this way, and then back. There you go. And then it comes around this way, and there you go. So appropriate. Claire Beck will have the serve here to start off set number 3. That serve is over. Let's mark it down for her. That's 5 for 5 now for Claire Beck. Out of bounds, point Barnesville.
Point Barnesville.
Barnesville scored first in all 3 sets. In set 1, we were tied at 3.
Serving
in set 2,
10,
we were tied at 1.
Scogan.
In both sets, we've only had 1 tie and 1 lead change. Kenzie Scogan with the serve. That's her 11th serve of the night. Comes over and down. And that is Quiava with the kill.
Addison Quiava, point Green Wave.
Once again, we are tied at 1, just like we were in set 2. We'll see if Barnesville gets the 2-1 lead back. East Grand Forks has never led. Can they get their first lead here? We'll find out. Sent back over. Beaver sets it up. Newell down for the point. 2-1.
Goal by Amelia Newell, point Trojans. Emily Smith serving for Barnesville.
So no lead for East Grand Forks yet. We'll see if they can tie it up again as Emily Smith goes back on the serve. 7 for 7 now with that one as Beck controls it. Quiava Nice dig out there by Skogan. Kuyava jumps for it at the net with Emily Riddle. Now Kuyava bumps it back over. Riddle tips it down for the kill, and it's 3-1 Barnesville.
Emily Riddle, point Barnesville.
Riddle now with 7 kills. Here's Kuyava sending it out of bounds, and it's 4-1.
Point Trojans.
Well, Barnesville got up to a 6-1 lead in set 2, and East Grand Forks was able to trim it back down to 6-4. Let's see if East Grand Forks can start the return rally sooner than they did in set 2. Net violation on East Grand Forks.
Point Barnesville.
5-1. So far, set 3 is an identical mirror match of set 2 so far. This is Emily Smith serving. (5-1) Barnesville up on the Ratzel's Pool Hall scoreboard. Here's the set for Kuyava. Blocked at the net by Emily Riddle and Amelia Newell. Emily Riddle said absolutely not. And it's 6-1, and this is the portion of the set where Green Wave started to cut away at the deficit in set 2. Kuyava sends it over. Skogan sends it over, controlled by back in front of the back line. Kuyava sends it over, dug out there by, I believe that was Smith. Sent back over to the Green Wave. Here's Kuyava, blocked again, but out of bounds. Point Green Wave. I believe Kuyava will get that kill, and yep, that's the right call.
Point Green Wave. Serving number 1, Allison Kovar.
The junior Kovar goes back to serve here for the Green Wave. Kovar, slight jump serve over. Beaver sets it up for Riddle. Down to the floor. It's a point for the Trojans. It's 7-2. So now this is where set 3 does not mirror set 2 anymore. Nearly an ace serve, but the Green Wave will send it back. It landed in bounds.
Kill by Addison Kuyava. Point Green Wave.
I have Kuyava down for 12 kills now tonight.
Serving number 4, El Ober.
And that's an ace serve.
Point Green Wave.
Oberg on her 6th serve of the night serves up an ace, and it's 7-4. She serves up back-to-back aces, and it's 7-5.
Point Green Wave.
Oberg now the only player from either team to have 2 aces. Everybody else has just 1. 1 or 0. Here's Riddle. That one, was it tipped? I don't think it was. No, it wasn't. It's a point for the Green Wave. It'll go into the books as an attacking error out of bounds for the Trojans. 7-6, and all of a sudden, the Green Wave have a chance to tie it. There's only been 1 tie in each of the sets. 3 in set 1, 1-1 in set 2, and 1-1 here in set 3. Marquardt bumps it over. Strand controls it. Beaver sets it up, and that will not go over. It'll be 4 touches for the Barnesville Trojans. And that is their 4th touch violation of the night. And we are tied at 7. And for the first time in this match, we have had 2 ties in the same set. And the East Grand Forks Green Wave fans are on their feet now, cheering on their team. 7-7. Peterson sends it over. Marquardt on the attack, and the Green Wave have the lead for the first time in this match. And Barnesville will not take any chances. They will take a timeout. And we will too. Back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The Green Wave have the lead for the first time in this match. It took until their 8th point in set 3 to get a lead, and we'll see if they can expand on it now. We've had 2 ties. We were tied at 1 and tied at 7. Serve is over. It's controlled by, I believe that's Kaylee Olson who controlled it. Scogan sends a free ball over. Chance for the Green Wave to go on the attack. Here's Marcotte. Out of bounds. We're tied at 8.
Point Barnesville. Kennedy Gray serving for the Trojans.
So we're tied up again here. At 8, Kennedy Gray on the serve. It's over. Here's the setup. Marcotte in front of the 10-foot line. Strand digs it out. Beaver sets it up. Here comes Scogan. Tips it over. Couldn't get it over. Green Wave fans wanted 4 touches. They're not going to get it. Here's Marcotte, blocked at the net, and Marcotte keeps it alive and sends it back over. Nicely done by the Green Wave. Here's Scogan, out of bounds! And the Green Wave take the lead again. So we've had 3 ties.
Serving for the Green Wave.
1 lead change to Barnesville at 2-1, the next 2 at 8-7 and now 9-8 for the Green Wave. Serve is over. Kaylee Olson makes first contact as Beaver sets it up for Riddle. Riddle sends it through, and that one is controlled and into the net. An attacking error and a point Barnesville. And we're tied at 9.
Sydney Strand now serving for the Trojans.
Sydney Strand on the serve. Sydney Strand with an ace.
Point Trojans.
That's her first ace of the night, and Barnesville retakes the lead on that ace serve by Sydney Strand. 10-9 on the Ratsos Pool Hall scoreboard with Barnesville up 2-0. Powers it through, but a nice job there by Kaylee Olson to keep it alive. Back to the Green Wave now, and Marcotte tried to send it over, blocked at the net by Beaver and Smith, blocked at the net there by Smith and Scogan. And now Marcotte goes again, tipped at the net. Kaylee Olson controls it. Beaver sets it up for Scogan. Scogan kept alive there by Kovar. And now on the attack, I believe that was Marcotte, but I'm not 100% sure. And it was. And Marcotte will dig it out on the attack by Scogan. Sent back over, Strand digs it out. Now here's Beaver setting it up for Emily Smith. Nicely done there on the dig out by the Green Wave. And now sent back over, blocked at the net, kept alive, out of bounds, point Barnesville.
Point Trojans.
11-9 as the Trojans rebuild their lead to 2 here in set 3. But East Grand Forks hanging tough here to make a reference to an 80s hip-hop song. I did not age myself, I'm just very smart. And if you don't believe me, I proved it on that last statement. 12-9 now. I could turn that into a trivia question, but I don't have any prizes to give away. Might have to talk to one of my sponsors about that. Dug out there by Kennedy Gray. Beaver will set it up for Scogan. Dug out nicely there by Claire Beck. Cut the line by Kovars. Marcotte sends it back. Nice dig out by Strand. Tipped at the net by Robertson.
Point Green Wave.
12-10 now as the Green Wave will get the serve back. Make some fine-tune adjustments on the microphone. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Scogan to Beaver. for Emily Smith. Tipped at the net, comes back to Barnesville. High ball there, Kovar on the attack. Beaver will set it up for Scogan. Scogan nicely dug out there by Ellie Marcotte. Kovar sends it back over, two hands. Beaver will set it up. Smith tips it over. Nice dig out there on the far side. Couldn't quite see who that was as Kovar sends it back over to Barnesville. 12-10. Here's Scogan on the attack. Blocked at the net and denied. 12-11. East Grand Forks knocking on the door. Here's Beaver. And that one through the blockers, but just barely. Emily Smith gets the kill. That's her 5th of the night, according to my numbers anyway. And it's 13-11 now in favor of Barnesville.
For Barnesville.
Rumley Beaver on the serve. Number 7 is now 7 for 7 serving. I always love saying that. Here's Scogan on the attack. Another one, but that one went out of bounds. No, it must have hit the line on the far side. The official is awarding the point to the Green Wave, and it's now 13-12. Couldn't quite see too many people in my way, but I trust the official's decision. Here's Claire Beck on the serve. Standing serve is over. Strand makes first contact, goes into the net. Barnesville struggles with it. It's going to be called a lift. Oh no, a double touch. A double touch. Either way, it's a touch violation, and we are tied at 13. It's our 5th tie of the set. Tied at 1, 7, 8, 9, and now 13. Nearly an ace there. Here's Kennedy Gray out of bounds. And the Green Wave take the lead. 14-13 in favor of East Grand Forks. This has been a fun third set, no doubt about it. I think regardless of who you're cheering for, you would have a tendency to maybe agree with what I just said. I sure hope so anyway. There's a smackdown by Emily Smith.
Point Trojans.
And we're tied at 14.
Serving Mackenzie Scogan.
It's our 6th tie of the set. In sets 1 and 2, we only had 1 tie and 1 lead change. They both went to Barnesville. That's definitely not the case here in set number 3. Nicely done by Cuiava.
Addison Cuiava, point Green Wave. Maya Garrett now serving.
Maya Garrett, if this goes over, she'll be 4 for 5, and it does. Here's Scogan from behind the 10-foot line, out of bounds, and the EGF Green Wave take a 2-point lead. Looking back really quick, this is the first time the Green Wave have had a 2-point lead. Here's Beaver. Smith, dug out by Beck. Chased after on the far side, sets it up, and a nice dig out there by Newells. I thought that was going to go down for the kill. Here's Kovar. Through the blockers, did she get it? No, she didn't. It's into the net, and it's an attacking error for the Green Wave.
Emily Smith now serving for Barnesville.
Pulls Barnesville back within a point, 16-15. Here's Emily Smith with the ace serve to tie it.
Ace by Emily Smith.
Emily Smith with her first ace of the night. They'll set it up. This is Cuiava. Was it tipped? I think it was, and it was. Cuiava gets the kill. 15 kills for the sophomore.
Allison Kovar now serving.
Allison Kovar with her 9th serve of the night. She's 9 for 9 if it goes over, and it does. Strand to Beaver. Smith over, nice diving dig out. Jumps for it at the net. One by the moment for the Green Wave. Now sent back to the Green Wave by Barnesville. Middle of the net attack. Cuiava blocked at the net. Nice job there. And Kovar keeps it alive. What a backhanded flip by Cuiava. Comes back to the Green Wave. And now from the outside, they send it over a free ball. Chance for Barnesville to go on the attack. Belle Peterson is dug out by Kovar. Joust for the middle of the net. Comes over to Barnesville. They have a chance for the attack. Riddle through the blockers. Can she send it back? Out of bounds, and it's going to be a kill for Emily Riddle.
Point Barnesville.
We are tied at 17. Need to take a deep breath here. Amelia Newell, 11 for 12 serving, and she has an ace too to go with that. Here's Beaver with the setup for Belle Peterson. I think that was Peterson on the far side. Yes, it was. And it's a point for the Green Wave, and they get another lead. Kaylee Olson will come in for Barnesville. They'll put Newell on the bench and put Elle Oberg back to the service line. 7 for 7 if it goes over. She's the only player on either team who has more than one ace. She has 2. Here's Peterson. Nice dig out there by Oberg. Sent back over by Marquardt. Beaver had to get low to keep that one going. Sent back over to the Green Wave. Marquardt, oh, net violation on the Green Wave.
Trojans.
Tied at 18 on the net violation. It's the Green Wave's first and only net violation of the night. Unless I forgot to write one down, but I only have them down for 1 so far, so that's a good thing. And we're knotted up at 18. Kennedy Gray on the serve, 7 for 7 now. Kovar sends it over. Strand will keep it alive as Beaver back sets it there. Family Riddle powers it all out of bounds. And it is 19 to 18 in favor of the Green Wave. And East Grand Forks has really stepped up the intensity.
For the Green Wave.
The way this match is going, the East Grand Forks fans would really hate to see the Green Wave lose this set. They have played outstanding in comparison to the first 2 sets. And these 2 teams are battling and pretty much even throughout this whole set so far. Back set on the attack, blocked at the net. That is Kenzie Scogan on the block. Her first block of the night, ties it up at 19.
Sydney Strand now serving.
That's our 10th tie of the set. Tied at 1, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, and now 19. Strand with the serve, it's over. 3 for 3 for number 3. Here's Cuyaba out of bounds. They're looking for a tip. That was actually Marquardt. East Grand Forks looking for a tip. They didn't get it. Out of bounds and another attacking error. That's the 10th ball that goes out of bounds on 13 attack errors for the Green Wave. 20 to 19. Let's see here. I forgot to add a point a couple points ago. So it's 20 to 19 here in favor of Barnesville. Out of bounds, we're tied at 20. Oh, no, wait, check that. 21-19, excuse me.
Timeout, Green Wave.
And a timeout taken by East Grand Forks. 21-19, it's a tight one here in set 3. Who will come out on top? Find out possibly here in about 30 seconds. Newell will set it up near side. Lexi Ballgreen kick, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That pulls the Barnesville Trojans within a point. They get the serve back. Inquest works out the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the net of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
Intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
After the 10th tie of the set at 19-19, Barnesville took the lead, scored 2 in a row. They lead 21-19. They need 4 more to go to the state tournament. Here's Sydney Strand. East Grand Forks would love to extend this to a 4 set, and they get one closer to doing just that. Out of the timeout, East Grand Forks scores, and it's 21-20.
Ellie Marcotte now serving.
Marquardt has 7 for 7, 8 for 8 if this goes over, and it does. Here's Beaver with the setup. Pushed over by Emily Smith, tipped at the net. They have to chase after it. I think that's 4. Oh, maybe it wasn't 4 touches. I think some of the Green Wave fans thought it might have been 4 touches as well. Oh, and a net violation. She set it up for Kovar, but her momentum took her into the net, and it's a point for Barnesville. 22-20. East Grand Forks not out of this yet, but they need to take a deep breath and just play some smart volleyball, and they can be right back in this. We've seen too many sets this season for multiple teams go to the other team due to a mental error, and there's a kill there for Cuyaba. Fitzpatrick, excuse me.
Claire Beck now serving.
8 kills for Fitzpatrick according to my numbers. 22-21, Ken. East Grand Forks tie it up for the 11th time. Not yet. Emily Smith will make it 23-21 on her 7th kill of the night. And Kenzie Skokie goes back to serve her 12th serve of the night. East Grand Forks needs 4 to make it to set 4, and Barnesville needs 2 to make it to the state tournament. Peterson sends it over. It's free ball, a chance for Barnesville to go on the attack. Scogan will push over a free ball. That'll be controlled by the Green Wave. And now a big opportunity. Kovar blocked at the net, kept alive by Marquardt. They'll set it up for Kovar again. Tipped at the net, falls to the floor, and Kovar makes it 23-22.
Point Green Wave.
And the Green Wave fans are chanting EGF, EGF. This is a big, big point here. East Grand Forks needs to get this point if they want. They will not. It is match point. It is state tournament point for the Barnesville Trojans.
Timeout, Green Wave.
And at 24-22, the East Grand Forks Green Wave will take a timeout and come up with a plan to try and score 2 in a row. We'll keep it here during this timeout. Actually, no, we won't. I need to make up an ad here, so we'll be right back. Are you looking to buy or sell your home? Maybe you need a summer getaway. Contact Josh Weedcheck, your local hometown licensed real estate agent with Priority Real Estate in Barnesville. Josh will assist you in finding a new home for you and your family. Whether it's a pre-existing home or a lot available to build your own dream home, call or text Josh today. 218-790-2477. Priority Real Estate. Wishing the Trojans the best of luck in today's game. Welcome back. Emily Smith serves state tournament point. It's her 9th serve of the night. She's 8 for 8 so far. Beck makes first contact. Cuyaba blocked at the net. Out of bounds. It's a point for the Green Wave. 24-23. East Grand Forks needs to score here. It'll be Kovar with her 11th serve of the night. She's 10 for 10 with an ace. Now 11 for 11 for an ace. Belle Peterson sends it over. Kovar makes first contact. They'll back set it. Sent over and down for the point. We're tied at 24. They got goal number 1 accomplished to tie it, and now we have bonus volleyball. You have to win by 2. Here's Riddle sending it over. Nice dig out there by the Green Wave. Now Marquardt will send it back over. Did I say that right? Yes, I did. Riddle attacked at the net, and a whistle, and a 4 touches is the call, and the Green Wave take the lead. And the Green Wave fans are on their feet, and a timeout, Barnesville. So now East Grand Forks has set point. See the Barnesville fans on the far side of the gym, they're all on their feet, hoping in the depths of their heart that their team can make it to the state tournament. And the Green Wave fans right in front of us here on their feet, hoping with the depths of their heart that East Grand Forks can force a set number 4. It has been a fun one. You have to be honest. Personally, I would hate to see East Grand Forks lose this set the way they've battled in it. And I'm not cheering for one team or the other here. I'm 100% neutral, but I'm just saying that would be the heartbreak if that were to happen. If they were to not win this set, that would be heartbreaking. Here's Belle Peterson. Nice dig out by Kovar. Set it up for the win, blocked at the net. Kovar keeps it alive. Marquardt sends it over. Beaver keeps it alive, sent back over there by Newell. Back at the back line, sets it up. Quialba floats one over, kept alive by Beaver. Newell set it up for Riddle, and that is gonna go down to the floor. What's the call? It's a net violation on East Grand Forks, and we're tied at 25. So now it's the first one to 27.
Amelia Newell serving for Barnesville.
There's Newell, serve 13 of the night. She's 12 for 13 with an ace. That one's down, over, joust at the net, push back over. Green Wave with a chance to get set point. Blocked at the net, kept alive by Kovar, nicely done. Now here's Marquardt on the attack. It lands out of bounds. It's state tournament point for the Barnesville Trojans.
Amelia Newell serving match point.
Newell sends it over. And we're tied at 26.
Now serving El Oberg.
Here's El Oberg. And that one's down to the floor, and state tournament point for the Trojans.
Serving match point, Kennedy Gray.
Can Barnesville get one more? 27-26, you have to win by 2. Here's Kennedy Gray. Marquardt on the attack, and it goes down to the floor. We're tied at 27. That is the 14th tie of the set.
Number 21,
Tatum Spokley to serve. I have her down 7 for 7 if this one goes over. She also has an ace tonight. And it does go over, and it's for an ace! Set point now here for East Grand Forks. Set up, Riddle through the net, down, we're tied at 28. This set is not coming to an end, or at least not yet.
Sydney Strand serving for Barnesville.
You have to win by 2. Here's Sydney Strand. I'm not going to tell you what the record is. I will tell you if we surpass it. Sent over by Kaylee Olson. And it's down for a kill, and it's set point for East Grand Forks. 29-28. Oberg on the serve. I think it was Oberg. It's an ace serve, and East Grand Forks takes set number 3. The record was 32-30. We didn't quite get there. 30-28 in set 3 in favor of East Grand Forks. Can they carry that momentum over and force a set 5? That is the question. I said in the pregame show that I did not think this was going to be a sweep. I was almost wrong, but I turned out to be exactly right. We're going to set 4 with the Trojans up 2-1 on the Ratzo's Pool Hall scoreboard. 30-28, the Green Wave in set 3, set 4 in a couple moments here on Magnitude Sports.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office, and the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
Ratzo's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzo's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzo's Pool Hall on Facebook, give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzo's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzo's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Not all internet companies are created equal. Barnesville's symmetrical system means you can upload data at the same speed you can download, something few companies even offer. This is incredibly important. From connecting with grandkids on Zoom to sharing pictures on Instagram, cutting-edge business, working from home, or the kids uploading their homework. Really fast speeds, great customer service. With Barnesville Internet, we've got you covered, and the future is here today.
Three sets down and let's try this again. 3 sets down and 1 to go, hopefully, if you're a Trojan fan, and 2 to go, hopefully, if you're a Green Wave fan. The record on Magnitude, West Fargo and Fargo Davies took it to 32-30 about 2 years ago. And that one went to 30-28 here between Barnesville and East Grand Forks. And that was, it was a well-deserved commercial break, I think, for me. And maybe our camera person, too. And a well-deserved break, I think, for just everybody. Is the nerves have kind of calmed down a little bit. But East Grand Forks will certainly hope that they can carry that momentum over here into this 4th set as we're underway, as they live to see another set. And they will score the first point.
Fitzpatrick with the kill. Point Green Wave. Serving Claire Beck.
I'm going to talk to one of our loyal viewers and see if that last set made him a volleyball fan or not. Middle of the attack, Emily Smith ties it up. It's 1-1. I didn't get a chance to add up the numbers in that set. Let's see here. 1.
Mackenzie Scogan now serving for the Trojans.
15 ties. We'll get to the lead changes here in a moment. As I continue to focus on this set, and we have our first tie of this set at 1-1 now. And that one's over and down. Kovar with the kill.
Maya Garrett serving.
Something wrong with my audio here. I'm trying to fix it. Maybe there wasn't anything wrong with my audio. It was my headset. I just checked everything, I think. Let me check one more thing to be sure. Yep, we're good.
Throw by Amelia Newell, Point Barnesville.
Let's go, Green!
15 ties in set number 3, blocked at the net there. 11 of the 15 lead changes went to East Grand Forks, if I counted it up right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I only have 4 lead changes for Grand Forks, or for Barnesville. That means the other 11 off the 15 ties went to East Grand Forks. That's an ace serve.
Ace by Emily Smith, Point Barnesville.
And it's 4-2. Off the ace serve.
Come on, Green!
Sent over by Peterson. I'm ready to go now here after 6 points, I promise. 4-2. Here's Peterson down for the point. 5-2 now. I will remind you that Barnesville jumped out to a 6-2 lead in set 3 and East Grand Forks didn't give up. Let's put it that way. I think they made that very obvious that they didn't give up. Smith serve over. Here's Cuiava. Cuiava gets dug out there by Smith. Back over to the other side there, dug out by Beck. Now they set it up for Kovar. Kovar dug out by Smith. Beaver will set it up in the direction of Bell Peterson and was able to bump it over, and that was a hard angle to bump it over. Comes back out of bounds on a point for Barnesville. 6-2. Smith with another serve. I have her down now 13 for 13 serving, and that was in bounds, or no, it wasn't. According to that far side official, it was not. So it's a point for Barnesville, and it's 7-2. At the 7-2 mark in set 3, East Grand Forks scored points 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we had a whole bunch of ties at that point. Nice dig out there by Rumley Beaver. East Grand Forks, Kovar on the attack, dug out by Smith. Beaver will set it up for Peterson. Sends it over, tipped at the net. Nice job by Kovar to keep it alive. And now Kovar will send it over with 2 hands. Here's Beaver for Peterson. Down to the floor and for a kill on Bell Peterson. I have her down for just 4 kills tonight. And East Grand Forks will take a timeout. Looking back at all the sets, they have never been down 8-2 until now. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and IsoClean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you. All right, welcome back. 8-2 in favor of Barnesville here in set 4. They lead the match 2-1 on the Rats Hills Pool Hall scoreboard. It'll be Emily Smith out of the East Grand Forks timeout to serve it up here. Emily Smith now 14 for 14 serving according to my numbers. And that one's powered down by Emily Riddle. That is her 9th kill of the night. And Barnesville scores out of the timeout. 9-2. And East Grand Forks has to start their rally now. Out of bounds. It's a point for Cuiava. It'll be a kill. I have her down for 17 kills so far tonight. I think she had roughly that number back when these two teams met on September 1st as well. 9-3, and can East Grand Forks continue the comeback? Similar situation in set 3, not exactly, but similar. And that one's powered through and out of bounds. Point ball. Oh, wait a second. Yes. I had some East Grand Forks fans jump up in front of me. I thought they saw something that I didn't, but the ball did go out of bounds, and it is a point for Barnesville. 10-3 our score now. Amelia Newell. Out of bounds. It's her second service error of the night. She is now 12 of 14 serving. And that is the 3rd service error of the night for the Barnesville Trojans. So it's 10-4 now. El Oberg on the serve. Strand to Beaver for Riddle. Dug out by Kovar. Set it up. Marquardt bumps it over from the 10-foot line. Strand controls it to Beaver for Riddle. Riddle puts it down to the floor for a kill. And Emily Riddle, with her 10th kill of the night, makes it 11-4.
Point Trojans. Katie Gray serving for Barnesville.
They so desperately did not want to lose in set 3. And you have to wonder if they have some gas left in the tank here for the Green Wave. Kind of seems like they're out of it at the moment. And I don't mean scoreboard-wise, just energy-wise. That momentum hasn't carried over, at least not at this point. And that's a kill for Rumley Beaver. It's her 2nd of the night. And that's about her average, 2 to 3 kills a night, although she did have 6, or maybe it was 7 against Holly. 12-4 now in the Rats Hills Pool Hall scoreboard. And East Grand Forks has to put something together really quickly here. Beaver controls, push back over. Beck chases after it. Now a free ball here for Barnesville. Beaver will set it up for Scogan, who punches it over, and it's kept alive there by the Green Wave. That's down to the floor for a kill. 12-5. And now the officials are going to get together. The scoreboard in the gym still shows 12-4. The point was originally awarded to Green Wave, and we'll see if they reverse it over to Barnesville or if they keep it. And they will reverse it over to Barnesville. So that makes it 13-4 now with Kennedy Gray on the serve. They'll set it up. Marquardt on the attack. Dug out there by, I believe that was Kennedy Gray. Here's Scogan on the attack. Blocked at the net. Kept alive there by Kaylee Olson. Nicely done. And blocked at the net. Nice job by Kovar. Joust for it at the net. And no double touch there. And there is a kill for Emily Riddle. Her 11th. And Barnesville in the driver's seat, leading by 10. 14-4. And the Green Wave will take a timeout. They're down 10 and they need a plan quickly here. Otherwise their season will come to a conclusion if they don't come up with a plan and activate it. We'll see what happens when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back. It'll be Barnesville serve with Kennedy Gray. They're up 10, 14-4, coming out of the Green Wave timeout after a exciting third set that the Green Wave were able to pull out a victory in by the tally of 30-28. And now they find themselves down 10 and their season on the line here in set 4. Blocked at the net. Kept alive. Kovar will bump set it, and that'll be a kill for Rumley Beaver. 3 kills in the match, 2 in this set, 15-4 Barnesville up. That serve, a long serve in front of the back line. Marcotte on the attack, dug out by Strand. Beaver will set it up for Scogan, and Scogan's dug out by Kovar. And now they'll set it up for Marquardt from the 10-foot line and dug out by Kaylee Olson. Chasing after it there was Emily Riddle. Jumps for it at the net. Nice block at the net, and then it comes back to the Green Wave, and a nice diving dig there by Claire Beck. And now you start to feel the energy to come back. We'll see if that ends. It does not. Kovar digs out the attack by Riddle. Free ball back over to the Trojans. 15-4. And now it's 16-4. Another kill for Riddle. I have her down for 12. Kennedy Gray's serve is over. 10 for 10 now. Let me double check. Yep, 10 for 10. She has an ace. One of 6 aces tonight for the Barnesville Trojans. The Green Wave have a total of 5 aces. That's out of bounds and a point for East Grand Forks. 16-5. Coming in is Fitzpatrick.
Now serving for the Green Wave.
Going out is Maya Garrett. And I think it was I'm not sure who served. I'll try and find out for you. Here's the set. Marquardt sends it over. Barnesville controls it. Beaver pushes it back. And now Marquardt goes on the attack again. Dug out by Scogan. Beaver will set it up for Riddle. And Riddle puts it down for kill number 13. 17-5.
Sydney Strand now serving.
Sydney Strand, 5 for 5 serving now. Through the blockers and down, the kill goes to Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick with the kill, point Green Wave.
17-6.
Serving.
El Marcotte, 10 for 10 now with that serve. Here's Scogan, dug out by Kovar. Will be set up, backside attack through the blockers and down. 17-7. Green Wave have scored 3 in a row. Can they keep it going? They're going to need a lot more of these mini rallies to get back into this. They're down 10 at the moment. Well, a nice dig out there. I believe that was Marquardt who dug it out. Strand will dig it out as Beaver will set up for Kennedy Gray. Free ball over, chance for East Grand Forks to get one more. Here's Kovar, down for the kill, got it. 17-8. with 7 kills tonight. Serve is over. Beaver bump sets on the second touch, sent over by Kaylee Olson. Here's Kovar just in front of the 10-foot line, lost one over. Beaver will set it up. Smith down to the floor for a kill. Leads back to 10 for the Barnesville Trojans.
Rumley Beaver now serving for the Trojans.
And Rumley Beaver will be 8 for 8 with an ace if this one goes over. Beck makes first contact. Now they set it up here for, who was that? That was Fitzpatrick. Number 10 is 10 kills tonight, and it's 18-9 as the Green Wave cut the lead in half. Can they go on another 3 or 4 point run like they did last time they had the serve? It'd certainly be beneficial if they could. One touch back over, and a lucky break there for the Green Wave. Here's Kennedy Gray. Back over, Kovar sets it. Now Kovar goes on the attack. Beaver keeps it alive. Newell chases over it. Scogan sends it over, but it's a touch violation. It's a lift. And now 18-9 to 18-10. That deficit looks a little bit more manageable.
Anderson, you're all over their stuff.
Smith sends it over. Nice dig out. And I don't know if Smith actually touched the ball. I just think it hit the floor.
Mackenzie Scogan now serving.
Scogan on the serve. She's serving it up for the 13th time tonight. She's 12 for 13 now with an ace. That one's down. Cuiava with the kill. I have her down for 18 kills now. 19-11 our score. It's not impossible, but East Grand Forks needs to work quickly here. Beaver, near side Emily Smith finds a hole in the defense and gets point number 20. 20-11 now in favor of the Barnesville Trojans. They are 5 points away from the state tournament as Emily Smith serves it up for the 15th time this evening. Her team leads by 9. Bumps it over. Scogan to Beaver. And now Riddle, and Riddle will get the kill as Claire Beck tried to dig it out, but just too powerful of a swing. And it's 21-11 as the Barnesville lead goes back to 10. At one point, Barnesville led 18-8. East Grand Forks was able to trim it down to 18-10. And now they're up again, 21-11. Serve is over. Komar makes first contact. Now they'll set it up for the attack. Cuiava over and down for the kill. One more kill for Cuiava, and unofficially I'll have her down for 20 kills tonight. I'd have to double check our website. That might be a record for most kills by a player in a volleyball game. It might be. I'll have to double check. Kovar sets it up, Marquardt. And that is a kill for Marquardt.
Kill by Ellie Marquardt. Point Green Wave.
(21-13). Serve over. Beaver controls it. Newell bump sets it for Peterson, who floats it over. And it lands out of bounds on the set. She was trying to set that, and it just pushed it over the net and out of bounds. That third set may have taken too much out of the tank here for East Grand Forks. They've had a couple of opportunities to trim away at it with some mini rallies, but they're reaching the point now where mini rallies won't work. They need a really big rally if they're going to get back into this one. Bumped over by Marquardt. Strand to Beaver. And now Emily Riddle gets the kill. 21-13. Leads back to 10, 23-13. Amelia Newell has 2 service errors tonight, gets that one over successfully. And a state tournament point once again on the kill by Rumley Beaver, her 4th of the night. And Amelia Newell will serve it up for the 17th time tonight. She has 1 ace, 15 of 17 serving. They have to get it over on that touch. It's controlled by Scogan. Beaver for the state tournament. No, dug out by Beck. Sent back over. Scogan, Beaver, Peterson. State tournament bound to the Barnesville Trojans. Take that back. They are reversing the point and giving it to East Grand Forks. Saying it landed, I thought it landed on the line, and initially they thought the same thing.
Now serving,
So it's 24-14 now. And Al Olberg serves it up. And serves up an ace. How about that? 24-15. That is the 3rd ace of the night for Olberg. Beaver for Riddle, and that one's kept alive. Here's Marquardt, sends it over and down, and another point for the Green Wave. Olberg will serve it for the 11th time. Thought this one was over a couple points ago, but the Green Wave get a break from the officials, and they haven't. And no, that one is into the, I thought it was an attacking error. It did come over the net, and a double touch on the East Grand Forks Green Wave send the Barnesville Trojans to the state tournament. What a match it was. The Barnesville Trojans are your Section 8 2A champions. They'll be going to the State Volleyball Tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to do our trophy presentations. If we could have each team line up to receive their medals. If we could have each athlete come up and receive their medals at this time. Starting with the Section 8 AA runner-up, the Green Wave of East Grand Forks. Number 1, Allison Kovar. Number 2, Claire Beck.
We'll keep it live here for the awards ceremony.
Number 4, Olberg. Number 5, Emma Marcotte. Number 7, Maddie Folden. Number 10, McKaylee Fitzpatrick. Number 11, Zoe Nelson. Number 12, Maya Garrett. Number 14, Ellie Marcotte. Number 17, Maddie Stocker. Number 19, Addison Cuiaba. Number 21, Tatum Spokely. Number 24, Haley Robertson. Number 28, Brooke Kovar. And number 30, Ella Gerber. If we can have the captains from the East Grand Forks Green Wave come forward to accept your runner-up plaque. Congratulations to the Green Wave. At this time, we'll have the Barnesville Trojans come forward. At this time, we'd like to make a special presentation to your 8AA Coach of the Year, Megan Askegaard. Congratulations to Coach Askegaard. Now for the players. Number 1, Maya Askegaard. Number 2, Belle Peterson. Number 3, Sydney Strand. Number 4, Kennedy Gray. Number 5, Amelia Newell. Number 6, Kaylee Olson. Number 7, Rumley Beaver. Number 8, Macy Pana. Number 9, Lexi Haight. Number 10, Mackenzie Scogan. Number 11, Emily Smith. Number 12, Jada Bonchins. Number 14, Cora Sorensen. Number 15, Emily Riddle. And number 20, Lillian Trowbridge. One more special announcement. There will be a welcome home ceremony tonight at the Middle Gym in Barnesville to welcome home your 8AA section volleyball champions, the Barnesville Trojans. Captains, please come forward to receive your plaque. Congratulations to the Barnesville Trojans. Barnesville will be advancing to the Minnesota State Tournament. Congratulations to both teams. On behalf of DGF Public Schools, we'd like to thank you tonight for your attendance. Thanks for coming out. Please drive home safely.
There you have it. It's been a successful fall sports season for the Barnesville sports teams. Football won the 8AA championship last night, and the volleyball team wins the 8AA championship tonight. In a fun matchup, 25-17, 25-21, 28-30, and 25-16. And Coach Megan Askegaard is the 8AA Coach of the Year. Congratulations to her, and congratulations to each and every one of the Barnesville Trojans on your 8AA championship, and best of luck from Magnitude Sports at the state tournament. We've still got some numbers to go over. We'll total things up. We'll see if it's even possible to select a player of the game. There's a lot of information to dig through to make that decision. But it's one that has to be made, and we'll have to figure out how we're going to make it here as the Barnesville Trojan fans, family, brothers, sisters, friends, teammates, grandmas, grandpas, in-laws, they'll all come down to the court and all take in this 8AA championship that the Barnesville Trojan volleyball team has just earned. And like I've said this a lot over the last week and a half, 10 days, maybe 14 days, or in that case 2 weeks. I never expected the Final Four to be the Final Four, and I certainly didn't expect this matchup to feature these two teams. And I'm so glad that I was surprised by that, because it's always fun to see these teams battle for a chance at the state tournament. And no matter who would have won this match, if East Grand Forks would have won, would have wished them the best of luck at the state tournament as well. And the winning team absolutely deserves this trip to the state tournament. And that winning team tonight is the Barnesville Trojans. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with your Barnesville Drug and Hardware post-game show in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
The domestic dog, a relative of the wild wolf, now a gentle, loyal member of your family. And through the good times and the more challenging, we love them no matter what. That's why we feed them the best. Nutrisource is the kind of clean, premium food you'd feed a loyal pet who would follow you to the ends of the earth, even when you don't want them to. Don't just feed your pet, nourish their whole body. Nutrisource, where pet health begins.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and IsoClean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, there you have it, your final score. The Barnesville Trojans, your 8-2A champions, 25-17, 25-21, 28-30, 25-16. They take it in 4 sets, just like they did earlier this season, and they'll be moving on to the state tournament. And we'll tell you more about that coming up here in your Barnesville Drug and Hardware postgame show. A lot to go over. I kind of looked at some of the numbers and all the information I had in front of me, and I still haven't decided on a player of the game for Barnesville. I have decided on dual players of the game for East Grand Forks, so stay tuned and I'll reveal what my decisions are here as soon as I figure out the other half of that puzzle here. But we are going to go with dual players of the game for East Grand Forks, and I have no idea what I'm doing for Barnesville just yet, but stay tuned, I'll figure it out. So let's recap this one. Actually, I have one more set of numbers here to write down. So set 4 went a lot like set 1 and 2. 1 tie, 1 lead change that went to Barnesville. It was set 3 that was a completely different animal. 15 ties, 4 lead changes to Barnesville, and 11 lead changes to East Grand Forks as the teams come 4 points shy of tying and 5 points shy of breaking the magnitude record for a highest scoring set. As you see there, set 3, 30-28. In set 1, it was Barnesville getting out to a 3-0 lead, and then East Grand Forks would battle back to tie it at 3-3. Barnesville would take the lead at 4-3, build that lead up to 11-9. Then a timeout would be called. Out of the timeout, it would be Barnesville scoring to make it 12-9. They'd build that lead after Barnesville made it 12-9, East Grand Forks would score 3 of the next 4 to cut the lead down to 14-12. Barnesville would build the lead back up to 15-12. And then 16-13. East Grand Forks would score to make it 16-14. Barnesville would go on a mini rally and make it 20-14 when East Grand Forks would call a timeout. Coming out of the timeout, Barnesville would score the next 2 to make it 22-14. And then East Grand Forks would score to make it 22-15, 23-15, 23-16, 23-17, and then the Trojans took it from there with points 24 and 25 to win the first set, 25-17. We move on to set number 2 as the Trojans striking first again. This time East Grand Forks would tie it at 1. Barnesville would take the lead at 2-1 and never look back. They'd build that lead up to 6-1 before East Grand Forks would eventually trim it down to 6-4. But then Barnesville would build that lead up to 17-11. East Grand Forks would take a timeout. They would score the first point out of the timeout to make it 17-12. Barnesville would make it 18-12. And then East Grand Forks would score 2 to make it 18-14. Barnesville would score to make it 19-14, then 19-15. And then at 21-15, East Grand Forks would take another timeout. Out of the timeout, Barnesville would score the next point to make it 22-15. And then East Grand Forks would score to make it 22-16, 23-16. And then at 23-16, East Grand Forks scored 2 to trim the lead down to 23-18. Barnesville would score to make it 24-18. And East Grand Forks would score the next 3 to make it 24-21. And then Barnesville would take it 25-21 in set number 2. Then we get to set 3, and I don't think anybody would argue with me that that was a fun set to watch. It was a fun set to broadcast. If you were sitting here watching as a fan, it was a fun set to watch. Even though it went in favor of the Green Wave, I don't think any of the Barnesville fans would be upset in me saying that the Green Wave earned that set 3 win. They absolutely did. They battled so hard, and to force set 4 and looking at that set 4 score, I think set 3 took all the gas out of the tank for the Green Wave. But man, they put their all and they left it all on the court in set 3, and they ended up picking up that 2-point victory, 30-28. It started out with Barnesville leading 1-0, and then East Grand Forks would tie it at 1-1. Barnesville would take the lead and build the lead up to 6-1 before East Grand Forks would score again to make it 6-2. Barnesville would make it 7-2, and then East Grand Forks would go on a mini run, eventually tie it at 7, take the lead at 8, and then we were tied at 8. East Grand Forks took the lead at 9, then we were tied at 9, then Barnesville took the lead at 10-9 on an ace serve by Sidney Strand. Barnesville would build the lead up to 12-9 before East Grand Forks would score the next 2 to trim it down to 12-11. And then Barnesville would score to make it 13-11. We'd trade points back and forth. We were tied at 13. East Grand Forks took the lead at 14-13, tied at 14. East Grand Forks takes the lead at 15-14. They score the next one, and then Barnesville scores the next 2 to tie it up at 16-16 on an ace serve by Emily Smith. And then East Grand Forks would take the lead at 17-16. We were tied at 17. East Grand Forks takes the lead, tied at 18. East Grand Forks takes the lead, tied at 19. Barnesville takes the lead at 20-19. 21-19, then at 21-19, the Green Wave would take a timeout. Out of the timeout, the Green Wave would score. It would be 21-20, and then Barnesville would score to make it 22-20. And then East Grand Forks would score to make it 22-21. The teams would trade points until it was 23-22, and then Barnesville would score to make it 24-22, and East Grand Forks would call another timeout. Out of the timeout, East Grand Forks scores 3 in a row to take a 25-24 lead before Barnesville takes a timeout, and then out of the Barnesville timeout, Barnesville scores the next 2 to take a 26-25 lead. East Grand Forks would tie it. Barnesville takes the lead at 27-26. East Grand Forks would tie. East Grand Forks would take the lead at 28-27. Barnesville would tie at 28-28, and then East Grand Forks would take the next 2 to win the set 30-28. In that set, we had 15 ties, and 11 of the lead changes went to the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Then we move on to set 4, and it'd be the Green Wave striking first for the first time. And then Barnesville would tie it at 1-1, take the lead at 2-1, build the lead to 3-1. East Grand Forks would score to make it 3-2. Barnesville would build that lead up to 8-2. East Grand Forks would call a timeout. Out of the timeout, Barnesville would score, and then East Grand Forks would score, and then Barnesville would score, and then East Grand Forks would score, and then Barnesville would score to make it 11-4. So they traded points back and forth. And then Barnesville scored 2, let's see here, 1. At 10-4, Barnesville scored 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row to make it 14-4. East Grand Forks would call a timeout. Barnesville would score out of the timeout to make it 15-4, increase the lead to 16-4. East Grand Forks would score to make it 16-5. Barnesville would build the lead to 17-5. And then East Grand Forks would go on a mini run, scoring 3 in a row to cut the deficit down to 17-8. Barnesville would go up by 10 at 18-8. East Grand Forks would score 2 in a row to make it 18-10. Barnesville would score to make it 19-10, and then 19-11, and then 20-11, and then 21-11, and then East Grand Forks would score to make it 21-12 and 13. So Green Wave would score 2 in a row before Barnesville made it 22-13, and Barnesville would score 2 in a row to make it 23-14. And then it was scoring 2 in a row for the East Grand Forks to make it 23-14. 24-14, and then Belle Peterson had a kill that went on the far line. It was originally thought that it was inbounds and that Barnesville had won the match at that point. But the officials would talk it over. They would reverse the point, give it to the Green Wave. It'd be 24-14 at that point, and the Green Wave would score the next 2 to trim the lead down to 24-16, and then Barnesville would score and earn themselves a trip to the state tournament with a 3-0 win and a 25-16 victory in set number 4. So that's your match recap. Coming up on your Barnesville Drug and Hardware post-game show, we will have some individual numbers and some team numbers, and then we'll analyze stuff. We'll see if we can select a player of the game or not for Barnesville. And then we'll come back and have one more segment, maybe 2, here on the Barnesville Drug and Hardware post-game show when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office, and the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
Are you looking to buy or sell your home? Maybe you need a summer getaway. Contact Josh Wiechek, your local hometown licensed real estate agent with Priority Real Estate in Barnesville. Josh will assist you in finding a new home for you and your family. Whether it's a pre-existing home or a lot available to build your own dream home, call or text Josh today, 218-790-2477. Priority Real Estate, wishing the Trojans the best of luck in today's game. Newell will set it up near side. Lexi Ballgreen pick, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That pulls the Barnesville Trojans within a point. They get the serve back. Inquest works out of the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the net of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
Intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
Not all internet companies are created equal. Barnesville's symmetrical system means you can upload data at the same speed you can download, something few companies even offer. This is incredibly important. From connecting with grandkids on Zoom to sharing pictures on Instagram, cutting-edge business, working from home, or the kids uploading their homework. Really fast speeds, great customer service. With Barnesville Internet, we've got you covered, and the future is here today.
Ratzel's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzel's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzel's Pool Hall on Facebook. Give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzel's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzel's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town. All right, welcome back to DGF High School here in Glendon as the Barnesville Trojans are your 2022 8AA volleyball champions. They will move on to the state tournament in St. Paul, Minnesota. Magnitude Sports will follow them with a radio broadcast from the state tournament. Win or lose, we will be there as long as the volleyball team is there. We'll get to our schedule here in a little bit. Let's go over some of the team and individual numbers here. Attacking errors for East Grand Forks. I had them down for 17. 10 of those 17 were balls thrown or swatted out of bounds, let's put it that way. Barnesville Trojans had them down for 11. 5 of those 11 were balls sent out of bounds. Green Wave, 1 service error compared to Barnesville's 3. 1 net violation per team. Touch violations, 3 for the Green Wave and 4 for the Barnesville Trojans. You add them all up, Barnesville Trojans gave the Green Wave 19 free points. The Green Wave gave the Barnesville Trojans 22 free points in the 25-17, 25-21, 28-30, 25-16 victory for the Barnesville Trojans. Over on the East Grand Forks Green Wave side of the stat sheet, and these are 100% unofficial numbers, of course. Let's see if I can. There we go. I knew the stat sheet was here somewhere. 8 kills for 8 points, I should say. Let's see, 8 points for Allison Kovar, including 7 kills and an ace, went 11 of 11 serving. Claire Beck, 5 of 5 serving, no points. Elle Oberg, 3 points off 3 aces and went 11 of 11 serving. McKaylee Fitzpatrick, I had her down for 10 kills for 10 points. Maya Garrett, 1 kill off an ace, went 5 of 6 serving. Ellie Marcotte, 7 kills on 7 points on 7 kills, and won a perfect 10 of 10 from the service line. Addison Kuyava, I had her down for 19 kills unofficially, 1 shy of 20. Let's see here. Tatum Spokley, I had her down for 1 point on an ace, 7 of 7 serving. Haley Robertson, I had her down for 8 points on, let's see here, 7 kills and a block. And once again, those are your unofficial numbers for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. For the Barnesville Trojans, unofficial numbers look like this. Belle Peterson, 5 points off 4 kills and a block. Sydney Strand, 1 point off an ace serve and 5 for 5 serving. Kennedy Gray, 2 points off a kill and an ace and 10 for 10 serving. Amelia Newell, 3 points off 2 kills and an ace, 15 of 17 serving. Rumley Beaver, 6 points off 4 kills, an ace and a block, and 9 of 9 serving. Kenzie Scogan, 5 points off 3 kills, an ace and a block, and went, let's see here, 10, 11, 12 of 13 serving. Emily Smith, 9 points with 8 kills and an ace, and went 15 of 15 from the service line. Emily Riddle, 17 points 14 kills, 3 blocks, and an assisted block for Emily Riddle. So those are your unofficial numbers for the Barnesville Trojans. So once again, you see the final score on your screen as the Barnesville fans continue to hang out and chit-chat here after their championship win here at DGF High School in Glendon. We thank you so much for tuning in and for those sticking around for the post-game show. I know I am teasing the player of the game, but I still haven't figured out who it's going to be for the Barnesville Trojans. So we're going to take one more break, and then we'll come back with the final segment of our Barnesville Drug and Hardware post-game show here. We'll select the player of the game. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule, and then we'll wrap it up here from DGF High School in a couple of minutes here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Not all internet companies are created equal. Barnesville's symmetrical system means you can upload data at the same speed you can download, something few companies even offer. This is incredibly important. From connecting with grandkids on Zoom to sharing pictures on Instagram, cutting-edge business, working from home, or the kids uploading their homework. Really fast speeds, great customer service. With Barnesville Internet, we've got you covered, and the future is here today.
Barnesville Drug and Hardware, your local Health Mart Pharmacy and Hardware Hank store, open weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 6 and Saturdays until noon. Stop in 117 Front Street and get what you need for all projects big and small in your home. Hoses, fittings, pipes, and all the plumbing tools you need to keep the water flowing in your kitchen and bathroom. Maybe you just need to restock your nails and screws for that upcoming woodworking project. They have it for you all at Barnesville Drug and Hardware. Don't forget that Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your Valsmer Paint headquarters. Give them a like and follow on Facebook. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. All right, welcome back. You can find us online once again on our website, magnitudesn.com, on YouTube at Magnitude Sports, Instagram, Magnitude Sports, and Twitter and Facebook at Magnitude SN. We certainly appreciate you tuning in. We still have that Barnesville Drug and Hardware player of the game to select here in Barnesville Drug and Hardware post-game show. So let's go ahead and do that as we bring up our final scores one more time here. Let's start with EGF because that's the easy part here. Well, I mean, at least in my humble opinion, it's the easy part. I'd love to give it to, if you look at just set 3, you'd probably give a team of the game to East Grand Forks. But if you look at all the sets, you can narrow it down to a couple of players, and that's exactly what I've done. We're going to go with the sophomore, Addison Cuiava, and also the senior setter, Tatum Spokley. Kiava had 19 kills tonight. According to my numbers unofficially, maybe 18, maybe 20. I may have missed one or something like that. But Tatum Spokley pretty much set up all of those. And in addition to all the other kills, the 7 by Marcotte and the 10 by Fitzpatrick and the 8 by Allison Kovar, and about 90% of those, if not 100% of them, were set up by Tatum Spokley. So Spokley and Kiava will be your players of the game in a losing effort for the East Grand Forks Green Wave. And for the Barnesville Trojans, I cannot select one player. I mean, I probably can, but it's probably not right to do so. The Barnesville Drug and Hardware player of the game is the Barnesville Trojans, because without each of the individual efforts, they would not be going to the state tournament. And once again, congratulations to Barnesville Trojans. Riddle was your leading scorer unofficially, according to my numbers. But once again, 9 more kills for Emily Smith. Belle Peterson had 5. Rumley Beaver had 4. Kenzie Scogan had 3. Emily Smith had, well, I said she had 9, but she actually had 8 because the 9th point was an ace. And then you have everybody who sets up those points, and most of the time that was either Rumley Beaver or Amelia Newell tonight, who did a few sets of her own. And like I said, it's a team effort, and Belle Peterson has had a couple of off games against Holly and East Grand Forks compared to her normal stat sheet, but that doesn't really matter because a win is a win, and it doesn't matter how many points you have on the stat sheet as long as you contribute to your team's win. So the Barnesville Trojans are going to be the player of the game for the Barnesville Trojans tonight. And I'm sorry that I couldn't do better than that. Or maybe I did do exactly right on that. I don't know. I'll let you decide, and I'll leave it at that. So those are your players of the game here for this one. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule here, as we got it semi-updated here for you. So we are still looking at the possibility. I still need to get approval. I'm like 99% sure it's going to get approved. Thursday, November 10th, Barnesville at St. Cloud Tech in St. Cloud, Minnesota, taking on Willow Lake Moose River in the quarterfinal round of the 2022 State Football Tournament. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff on Thursday, November 10th. I'm pretty sure we'll have a radio broadcast of that one. Just an FYI, tonight was Magnitude's final video broadcast of the fall sports season. We cannot do any more video from this point forward, but we will bring you radio broadcast from the state tournament, assuming that they get approved. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 99% chance of getting approved, if not a 100% chance. But Barnesville and Willow Lake Moose River, I believe Barnesville's volleyball team will play on Tuesday, November 22nd in the quarterfinal round of the state tournament. Their opponent to be determined at this time. I don't know exactly who's in the running for that. But and then if they win again, the semifinal would be on the 29th. Or even if they lose, then I'm not exactly sure how the bracket works out, but I would presume they would have a game on the 29th, win or lose on the 22nd. And then I believe that state championship is on December 1st. I just have to double check everything there. And then December 2nd is definitely the football state championship. And then the semifinal for the football is on Friday, November 18th. So depending how Barnesville does on their first games at the state tournament, we will know when and who they play on their second game of the state tournament. Of course, the football one is single elimination, so if Barnesville does lose against Willow Lake Moose River, that would conclude the Barnesville football season. But I haven't had a chance to really dig up any information on Willow Lake Moose River. I'm assuming they're pretty good since they're in the state tournament, but Barnesville does have that 10-0 record heading into that game, so should be a good matchup, and we'll see what happens there from St. Cloud Tech. I've been at that field once, actually. It's a turf field, and it's a really nice facility over there at St. Cloud. I think if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's a really nice facility. Maybe there's another one that I haven't been to yet, but I have been to one of the fields in St. Cloud, so if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's a nice one. So that's kind of a glimpse at the upcoming schedule. The DGF Rebels and Breckenridge Cowgirls will kick off our winter portion of the season on December 2nd, assuming that Barnesville does not play in the state championship football game on December 2nd. If Barnesville does play in that game, then that DGF Breckenridge game will not be our first game of the winter sports season. Well, unless I can get somebody to cover it, which I probably can. I was not thinking of that. I was thinking I had to do both games, and that's not entirely true. So worst case scenario, Saturday, December 3rd would be the start of our winter sports schedule there, with the Fargo South Bruins taking on the Class A Fargo South Bruins taking on the Class B Kindred Vikings. That should be a fun matchup. That's a 12 noon tip-off for girls basketball on Saturday, December 3rd. And if you go to our website at magnitudesn.com, you can scroll down that that schedule, and we have it all the way through August of 2023. We have our summer baseball schedule up on the website already, so you can check that one out. We'll kick off that spring portion down in either Arizona or Florida. They have not decided yet, but Magnitude Sports will either be in Florida or Arizona to kick off our spring baseball season, which is a lot better than being in Fargo or Barnesville or when it's -20 and snow on the ground in March to kick off the spring sports season. But not to rub it in, but it'd be the second year in a row, and I'm looking forward to that. So you can check out that entire schedule at magnitudesn.com. Click on the schedule button on the menu bar there, and that will be as simple as that. Once again, your final score here in this one, the Barnesville Trojans, your 8AA champions, taking the match 3-1, 25-17, 25-21, 28-30, and 25-16. For all of our sponsors, thank you so much for your support. It wouldn't be possible without you. And for everybody watching at Ratzo's Pool Hall, thank you so much for hosting the watch parties for Trojan football and volleyball all season long. We'll talk to you again at the state tournament here on Magnitude Sports.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.